All right, we are live on YouTube, and today I am celebrating my 47th birthday, even though it was yesterday. I'll explain a little bit more about that right at the beginning of the show, and I even have some guests coming on through the StreamYard to join in the festivities, so stick around for all of that and much, much more that's coming right. Whoa! Welcome to Navigating the Modern World with Coach Eli. And if this is your first time here, and most importantly, you are open to suggestions and change, please consider subscribing and then banging that bell. And that way, you won't miss a single thing when it comes to getting a better grip on your life. I figured I would extend the grip thing a little bit more today because I'm celebrating my birthday. It's a very, very happy day. Well, it was yesterday. I'll get to that in just a second, but I just feel really, really good. So if you're open to suggestions and change, you want to make a difference in your life, you want to accomplish whatever it is that your heart desires, please consider subscribing, banging that bell, selecting all notifications so you don't miss a single thing that happens on this channel, because I truly want to help each and every one of you become as successful as possible and accomplish, once again, whatever it is that your heart desires. All right. Before I bring on my first guest waiting backstage, I'm going to have a couple of people definitely join me from my moderator crew here on my channel. And there may be some more that just pop on in, but I definitely have two people that will be coming on. And we'll get to that in just a second. But before I get to that, I want to take this moment to thank everybody. Well, wait, before I do that, let me just make sure the notification went out. Oh, give me a second here, folks. It looks like the notification has gone out. And let me check out backstage and make sure that everything is rolling well. All right. Stream health looks good. I'm running so many things here today because I'm running a panel, and when I do that, my system runs a little bit slower, but it should not affect the output coming out to YouTube. So everything looks good, so let's just get right to it. So before I bring on my first guest, I want to take this opportunity to thank everyone out there. Ooh, and someone else just popped in. I think that's my other guest that just popped into the StreamYard. Oh, yeah, he's waiting backstage as well. So we're going to bring you folks on in just a little bit. I got two people backstage already. I'm sorry, I'm just excited. I haven't done a panel stream in quite some time, and I've really enjoyed doing these panel streams. Lewis Fuller, do you want to join the show? Lewis, I believe I added you to the moderator chat behind the scenes. Do you want to come on the StreamYard, Lewis, and chat with us for a little bit? I see you in the chat. Let me know if you want to do that. I would love to get you on. That's World's in the chat. She says, hey, Lewis, good evening. Host says, Lewis, thank you for being here, Lewis. But I want to take this opportunity to thank everyone that has been a part of, the Coach Eli clan, which is what I call it. I want to thank my longtime friends, my high school friends, my grammar school friends, people from my Facebook network, people that I've primarily met in person, people that I've networked with in person over the last 13 years that I've been an entrepreneur. I know I've been kind of neglecting you folks over there on the Facebook side because I've been really focused over here on YouTube to, promote and grow my coaching business, because in my opinion, I do feel that YouTube is the best place to live stream from and put out videos and get discovered to run any business that you want to run. Now, I'm not saying that Facebook's video is bad. It's not. Facebook has actually gotten pretty good with their live streaming, and their videos and their quality's increased over the years, and they're pretty much second best in my opinion. And Facebook even has a monetization aspect now as well. I might take advantage of that in 2021. I'm going to look further into that. But just to you folks out there on my Facebook that have been wishing me a happy birthday, I mean, I put out one blanket message yesterday. It's just become so overwhelming that I'm not able to respond to each and every one of you individually. Just know I still love each and every one of you. I'm still willing to help you out in any way possible. And hey, even to you folks out there in Facebook land, if you come across this stream, which I will share after the show ends, I'll share the replay. And you want to do an interview on my channel, or you want to collaborate in some way, shape, or form in 2021, please feel free to reach out to me. Go in the description and email me at coacheli@coach.eliasmelas.com. That's coacheli@coach.eliasmelas.com. I mean, you can also send me a Facebook message through Messenger. But I'll be very honest with you folks. The best way to reach me the fastest, and to also show me that you're serious about working with me and collaborating with me in some way, shape, or form, is to email me at coacheli@coach.eliasmelas.com, and I'll get back to you as soon as possible, and we'll get something going. So I really want to thank the people from my Facebook network. And again, my apologies. I know I've been kind of neglecting you folks for the last few years. Again, I'm just so focused on YouTube. And let me tell you, social media can be very, very overwhelming. And if you really want to make something work, you have to be laser focused at it. Not jumping around from platform to platform to platform. There are many people that put videos out on Facebook, on I think LinkedIn can do video now as well, YouTube, and many other platforms, Twitch, etc. And it just gets overwhelming and time consuming to the point of where it burns you out from being able to focus to do just one platform the right way. So that's why I'm completely focused on YouTube. But again, I will do my best to keep up with my pre-established social media network that I've had for over a decade now, between Facebook, between LinkedIn, Twitter, and here on YouTube. I'm very active on YouTube. But anyway, let's see. Lewis Fuller says, I am watching your ads. Well, thank you, Lewis. I appreciate that. Muttnuts World says, I am everywhere, including backstage, waiting to come on the show. Firewolf Studios is backstage as well, waiting to come on the show. Happy birthday, Eli says, Firewolf Studios. Thank you so much. Lewis Fuller, do you want to join us on the panel? I would love to get you on the panel and help your channel get some exposure and really start working a lot closer with you in 2021. So let me know, Lewis. I believe Lewis is a part of the moderator chat. Actually, he's not. Lewis, if you want to join the show, I will put the StreamYard link in the chat, but I will be deleting it very, very quickly after I put it out there, because a lot of the trolls and haters are going to try to come in backstage and get on the show to destroy my show. And I mean, we don't have to let them on the show. That's the great thing about StreamYard compared to Hangouts. Like, you can keep people backstage. If they come on, you can, and if they come on and they start talking smack, you can throw them backstage, you can kick them off, you can ban them, etc. But I just want to minimize as much drama as possible. So let me know, Lewis Fuller, if you want to come on the show, and I will bring you on as well. All right. I also want to thank the moderators. I've got a great group of moderators here. Want to wish each and every one of you happy holidays. Lewis Fuller, Muttnuts World, Firewolf Studios, We have DC the Purple Diva that just got monetized. Congratulations, DC the Purple Diva. I know you're not able to make shows until later on in the evening because you're working and doing other things, but I've been keeping up with you, and I greatly appreciate who you are as a person. I look forward to, hopefully collaborating with you on some projects. Now that you're monetized, we can start working even closer together. I mean, I was willing to work with you before you got monetized, but I know you were really laser focused to get monetized, and you did it. And that's all it takes. You got to get laser focused, and you can accomplish whatever it is that your heart desires. So, Lewis Fuller, do you want to come on the show? You said, I like StreamYard. I'm closer to 4K now. You're like, congratulations, Fire Wolf. We'll talk more about that when I bring you folks on the show. But Lewis Fuller, do you want to come on the show? Let me know. I'll put the StreamYard in the chat, but I'll remove it quickly because the trolls are watching, and they're going to get the StreamYard link anyway. I just won't let them on the show. But I know what the trolls will do. They will make a duplicate Lewis Fuller account and try to come on. So, I'll have to select the proper Lewis Fuller and then ban the rest of the trolls. If you trolls want to try to come on the show, if I put the link out there, all right, Lewis Fuller. Lewis Fuller, there's a StreamYard link right there. Lewis, let me know when you get the StreamYard link, and then I'm going to delete it. So let me know when you get the StreamYard link, Lewis, and then I'm going to delete it. Because the trolls are going to try to hijack the show, and we're not going to let that happen. We just won't. It's pathetic. It's absolutely pathetic. I'm already having too much fun here today. Also, I want to thank my mother. I want to thank my brother, my aunt, my cousin, my family, my high school friends. Too many to mention. Jeff, Doug, my brother Chris, my mother Eleni, my aunt Litza, my cousin Kia. Like, I want to thank everyone for, just being you. And even though at times, when it feels like you're not being as supportive as you could be, I know everything that you're saying to me is out of love, and I greatly appreciate that. So, Lewis Fuller, let me know when you get the link, bro. Let me know when you get the link, and then I'm going to remove it from the chat. Did you get it, Lewis? Lewis, we have to connect behind the scenes through Google Hangouts chat, so that way I can start sending you things privately. So I'm just waiting on you, Lewis. I'm waiting on you. But yeah, I'm a very, grateful. Lewis, the link is right above. Hold on a second, Lewis. Here is the link, Lewis. Lewis, there's the link right there. Let me know if you see it, bro. It's not showing up? This is funny. Wow. Is Google blocking links in the chat now from StreamYard? I don't know what's been going on. Mutt, are you connected with Lewis behind the scenes? Give me a second, folks. I don't know what the heck's been going on with YouTube and Google lately, but there have been some issues. And let me do this. Let me try this one more time here. I don't know why they would be doing that. Yeah, Firewolf Studios, go ahead and try. Go ahead and try. I'm going to try to put it out there one more time. This is very interesting here. I don't have links disabled or anything like that. So anyway, give me a second here. Give me a second here. All right, let's just get to the show, folks, and we'll figure out a way to get Lewis the link once we bring some people on. So let's go ahead and switch over to the quad screen. And let's bring on Mutt Nuts World first. Hey, Mutt, how you doing? Welcome to the show. We're gonna give you a big round of applause. Welcome, Mutt. How's it going?
Hey, hello everybody.
Hello, Mutt. How are you doing?
I'm not seeing the links in the chat either. That's weird.
Yeah, I think lately Google and YouTube have been having some major issues. I know Gmail was having issues a few days back for a couple of days where people weren't getting email. I think it's still an issue. Maybe the Russians. You heard what's happening with the Russians. They've been cyber attacking us. I don't know. Maybe they've been going after.
I was thinking the same thing.
Don't mess with the Russians, man.
Yeah. I know. I believe I have Lewis on my Facebook. I just got to log into it on my laptop.
You do? Okay. And you can send it.
I'm using the phone I normally log into it on. So.
No, that's good. That's good. Now, Mutt, while you're doing that, do you mind if I bring on Chris Firewolf Studios as well, and then I'll start talking with him. I'll start talking with him first while you get Lewis Fuller on, and then we'll get to you, and we're gonna have one heck of a bash here today. All right, so let's bring in Firewolf Studios. What's going on, brother? Chris, are you there, man? What's going on, bro?
Yeah, I'm here. What's up?
How's it going, man? Listen, dude. Let me welcome you properly, bro. By also giving you a big round of applause. Welcome to the show, bro.
It's been a while since I've been on a panel on your channel. It's been a while.
Hey, bro, it's been a while since I've run a panel on my channel, and we're going to talk about all that. We're going to talk about that here today. There's a reason for that. Obviously, I experienced a lot in 2020, just like everyone else did, including the both of you here on this panel. And it feels great. I was able to resolve my issue. The reason why I failed to mention this in my monologue before I brought you folks on, but I did a brief, quick stream yesterday to explain what happened. It wasn't OBS that was the issue. It was Google Chrome that was having the issue of where when I integrate StreamYard into OBS using Google Chrome, whenever someone comes up on video, it shows them, it doesn't show their video, it just shows a white spot instead of their video. So, and that's happened with Chrome in the past. Now, I switched over to using the Opera browser, and as you can see, it works perfectly. Mutt, I can see you. I can hear you, and it's all good. So that was the issue I had yesterday because I hadn't done a panel stream in ages, and I figured it would just work. I had I have everything preset in OBS. Chris, you use Streamlabs OBS, a version of OBS by a third party because OBS is open source. And you know how that goes, right?
Oh yeah, like when I first had when I first started doing panels on Streamlabs, I kind of had that problem, but I had to disable a certain setting in the, Chrome browser for me to be able to use Chrome on OBS on Streamlabs.
Yeah, that's called hardware acceleration, hardware acceleration through the browser. Yeah, no, I totally understand it. I had that disabled as well too. But even with that disabled, sometimes Chrome just has issues. Chrome used to be the best browser, and I still think it's a fast and decent browser. It's just Google has had so many issues lately, across their entire, products, across their entire suite of products.
I've seen, like what Queen was talking about last night about him being sued again. I seen that on the news this morning.
Yeah.
Google's being sued again.
Yep. And it's going to always happen when you have, and listen, I love Google and YouTube. I'm sure you folks do too. I'm not saying this to talk smack because let me tell you, YouTube's been really good to me. YouTube, and I'll get to that in just a second, but companies that are a monopoly like this, and yes, is Google a monopoly? Yes, but look what they've done to change the world for the better. That has made our life so much easier. Google was the first company to go around the world and map the world and create Google Maps, and
I've actually seen that car in my town. It's funny.
Yeah,
that car
they're
is
everywhere.
So funny looking.
It is because it has cameras, left, right, front, back, up, down, right?
And it's got big old Google Maps on the side of it.
Yeah, I actually when I lived in Texas, I seen like these cars where it's like these cars with the Apple logo on it and the Google logo on it, and they were working for Google and Apple doing the maps, like doing the updates on the roads and stuff. They would drive up and down the roads to map it.
Yeah, and that's why when you go, it's a lot easier when you're on a laptop or desktop, and you can do it from your smartphone. I would suggest if you're going to look at the aerial shots and the images on a smartphone, you want to do it from a newer smartphone because the older smartphones don't have enough RAM. Like my old iPhone 6 Plus, it would crash on me a lot because it only had 1 gig of RAM. But the new iPhone 12 Pro Max has 6 gigs of RAM. And if you have a newer phone, you can go in there. You can click on Street View. You can literally see what's there as long as they've as long as they've updated it within a reasonable amount of time. Now, they get to, bigger metropolitan areas more often. That's why when you go to, no disrespect, but when you come out to Timbuktu areas like where you live, it's probably very beautiful. It's probably beautiful where you're at. The Google Mobile is only going to probably come out there once every 10 years, Mutt. So if you look at an image of where you're at, it's probably going to say this image was 2010 or something like that, or 2013.
They were actually just here. Was it last year? I believe it was last year they were down here doing it.
Oh, okay. Wow. Okay. Wow, that's great. That's great. But like I was saying, and Chris, I'll answer your question publicly here in a second regarding bringing some other people on. We'll get to that in a second. It'll be all good. We're going to have fun here today, and we're going to talk about a lot of things. But just to finish up on what Chris was saying about Google being sued, and what you're talking about it as well. You're always going to get people that are going to try to sue big corporations, either for a big payday or to try to make a name for themselves. People can try to do whatever they want to do. When you have a company like Google, which, Alphabet Inc. is the parent company, is the overall company that owns Google. And then Google is the parent company that owns YouTube. So they're all owned by Alphabet Inc. If you're going to sue Alphabet Inc. / Google, whatever, I mean, you better bring your A game. You better be as big as like Google. Like it better be like Amazon suing them, or you're just not going to win. They have attorneys on hand. They have unlimited amounts of resources and money, and they know how to play this game. And quite honestly, I think it is ridiculous for anyone to even fathom suing a company like this. Look, you got to understand something. Yes, is it a monopoly? Yes. But look at what they give us. Look at what we have here on YouTube. And the only reason that YouTube is still in existence is because around 15 years ago, because YouTube's been around probably almost 16 years now, Google bought YouTube from a bunch of, I believe they were Stanford college kids. And it all started here in the Bay Area where I'm at. Literally, I'm in Redwood City, California. YouTube was started like about 16 years ago, 3 cities away, 13 minutes away by car in a town called San Mateo, California. Those offices are still there today, but they're no longer there. They're in San Bruno, which is a little further north, not too much further from where I'm at, right? And there was no way these college kids were going to be able to put in the money and resources to get YouTube to where it's at today. Look, you need a lot of storage space, which costs money. You need a lot of hard drives, storage space to store the videos. You also need enough internet bandwidth to stream out the videos. That costs a lot of money. And what was it, 16 years ago, Google bought YouTube from these college guys. I believe it was for 1.6 or 1.7 billion or 1.8, somewhere around there. Like 1.6, 1.7 billion. Okay. So if you're those college kids, you're like, hey, we made a big payday, but also we started this. There was no way in heck we were going to be able to take it where it is today unless a company with the resources such as Google and Alphabet Inc. came in and did what they did, right? And one more thing real quick here. You got to understand this too, that YouTube just started making profit about a year or two ago or so, maybe a little less than that. Now, as a company, has YouTube, cost Google money? No, because YouTube was losing about $2 billion a year up until a few years ago where they started changing things and started making money. But YouTube has always been a lost leader for Google. So while YouTube was losing $2 billion a year, Google was making $10 billion a year because of the fact that they could use the platform they bought as a loss leader to market and advertise things because they own it, right? So in essence, YouTube's been making like $8 billion a year. It's just come under the umbrella of Google, right? And it's confusing because
parent company,
Right. And you have to also understand that YouTube is run, separately, and Google's a parent company because YouTube is a limited liability company. They have to run as a limited liability company, or else then people could take them to the cleaners. You know what I'm saying? So
I just connected with Lewis on Facebook, so he should have the link now. Okay,
great. When I hear the little bloop from StreamYard and he pops on backstage, then we'll be sure to bring him on. But yeah, I mean, people can try to sue Google all they want, and quite frankly,
you're gonna have that
they're not going to get
any company, any corporation, even your local, like your chain grocery stores and places like that. You're gonna have people are always gonna want to try to sue, try to get that big almighty dollar.
Oh, Lewis Fuller is backstage. Lewis, I'm gonna bring you on in just a second. Let me just get through with Firewolf here and see how he's doing, and then get to Mutt, and then we'll bring you on, Lewis, in just a couple of minutes. But anything else going on with you, Chris?
Nothing much. I just been busy today. Cleaning the house here, and had to go out and do some grocery shopping. And with me being nervous, Yeah, with me being nervous the whole time because people not wearing their mask.
Oh,
My mask is
what?
actually a gator, so it's always I have it with me at all times. It also doubles as a headband.
Because
Oh,
like literally there was this woman like in line right behind me. She was like literally right up on me, close enough to where I can almost feel her breathing on my neck
That's
with
one
no
thing I can
mask
yeah.
say
on.
about my town. People practice. We always practice social. We would practice social distancing around here before social distancing was a thing. So,
Well, you're
but
in
you know, people are
Timbuktu, so
very
you're kind of used to
respectful
it, aren't
around
you, Mutt?
here. Oh yeah. People are very respectful. You know, in the stores and walking our hiking trail and everything around here. People are very
Right.
respectful about that.
Because
But Mutt, I was
I
saying
turned
that.
around. Mhm.
Go ahead, Chris.
No, I was just saying, I looked around at that woman like, woman, get like social distancing. I'm like,
6 feet. You're supposed to stay 6 feet apart, which in our town that's about 24 bushel crab baskets.
Oh,
Long story, yeah. I'd have to pull a picture up so you know what I was talking about.
yeah. And I was going to say, Mutt, real quick, and I guess it kind of went over your head. No disrespect. You know, I have a lot of love for you. I was going to say, you folks out there in Timbuktu are used to socially distancing because you're way the heck out there. There's not a whole lot, right? I mean, it's much easier, right?
It depends on where you're at out here, though, because of where I'm at. I'm in a small little city. So what's a town like, but if you go just 5-10 minutes up the road from me, you're out in like no man's land. You go even farther out. There's some areas you could go from here down here, and you're like your nearest neighbor is 3 miles down the road. Now, see, my next door neighbor is like 20 feet from my window on the other side of this camera right now.
Yeah. So,
but it all depends on where you're at.
Mutt, we've been joking around and saying that maybe in 10 years or so you'll get fiber internet in your area, right?
Oh, you don't know how bad. Oh, speaking of, I wish they would get some freaking, because my sister and my niece had to take me and my mom to another town today just to go shopping at Food Line because our Food Line's card machines are down. So you can only shop with cash. And there are people that don't carry cash on them and don't like to carry cash on them, refuse to carry cash. So you couldn't do checks, you couldn't do your food stamp card, you could parents couldn't do WIC. Kids that are on WIC, to get the formula and all that, they couldn't do that. They couldn't do credit cards, debit cards.
You know what it is, Mutt? Let me share this.
It's a combination between, my sister said, it's a combination between the internet and also where our food line is, it floods. So it's a combination of the flood waters as well. But it's also that our internet spectrum cable sucks.
Well,
I have a beef with them. I'm 15 minutes from their office, 15-minute walk from my house to their office. Yet my neighbor out back has their internet, and they tell me I'm not in their coverage area.
Oh. Well, here's let me share this.
They go 3 miles. They go 3 miles up the road from me. That's as far as they go. They'll go about 3 miles up the road from me. Yeah, I'm not in the coverage area.
Well, let me mention this real quick. Let me mention this real quick, and then I'm going to bring on Lewis Fuller, and then we're going to go round robin on the panel, and then Chris, if and in a little bit we can bring Will on. Not a problem. A Furious Reactor, formerly known as 8-Bit Reactor. He's going to be cool, right? I mean, he's.
I haven't talked to 8-Bit in so long.
Yeah, he's. I mean, he just messaged me behind the scenes. He's going to be cool. He told me the other day he wanted to, make amends and drop, the stuff that happened in the past.
What happened to him? Me and him connected a long time ago, and I haven't talked to him so long.
Yeah. Well, if he's going to be cool, no problem. We can bring him on. Obviously, anyone that comes on, if they're out of line, it's just one quick removal from StreamYard, and we just ban them. Like, that's what I love about StreamYard. You have a lot more flexibility than Hangouts on Air used to have, and that's great. But let me say this real quick. Mutt, here's what happens. Like, every single area across the country and in the world has fiber. It's just
not my town.
No. I get it. Hear me out. Every area has fiber because that's how all of these networks are connected at the stores to be able to process credit cards. The thing is, there's a difference between getting one fiber line. Hold on. There's a difference between getting one fiber line into an area and then putting fiber in every neighborhood. That's the hard part because in some areas
they're not off. The closest fiber comes to us is about almost 2 hours away.
No, I know. But hear me out. Hear me out what I'm saying. I get it. Your supermarket, that area there has not necessarily fiber available to the premises for purchase, but there are fiber lines for business in every area. That's how the internet connects. The thing is
we were told. Because I asked the manager about that. He said no, they're on the regular cable that everybody else is on.
Right, but you got to also understand one thing: those cable lines, there's a fiber line that's sent to what's called a node that delivers the internet through fiber, and then from there it delivers it from cable. That's how it works. So the bottom line is fiber is everywhere. The thing is, fiber to the premises is not everywhere.
They'd be better off with that satellite.
Right. And satellite sucks because the latency is just it's crappy. But the bottom line is that it costs a lot of money, Mutt, to dig someplace in some residential areas. You can put fiber overhead on the telephone pole, such as in my area. In other areas, you have to dig underground. It all depends what the regulations are in your city, county. There are so many regulations that AT&T, Verizon, and other fiber carriers have to go through
anymore.
Oh,
we haven't had AT. We have not had AT&T here since I was 14, 15 years old.
So AT&T
It's basically Verizon, Spectrum's phone service. Comcast comes about half a mile up the road from me, as far as they could come, because stupid Spectrum, our town has a contract with them that they're the only cable company allowed in our town.
Wow.
No other. The only other way you can get TV service is if you get Dish or Direct. And then if you get internet through them, it's got to be satellite internet, So it's either you get Spectrum internet or you get Verizon. They're the only two internet options we have.
So, Eli, it's okay for me to share this link to him? I just wanted to ask real quick.
Yeah, just let Will know that I'm probably not going to bring him on for about 15 or 20 minutes. I'm going to bring on Lewis next. And then after that, I'm going to take a quick break. Just let him know it's going to be about 20 minutes or so before he gets on. If he's cool with that, we will definitely get him, and then he can join the panel. Not a problem. But let me go ahead and do this. Let me go ahead and bring on Lewis Fuller. And this is awesome. This is going to be great. Hello, Lewis Fuller. Lewis, I got to give you a big, huge round of applause.
Doing good. How are you?
What's up, Lewis? Dude, it's so great to finally have you on a panel. This is awesome, dude.
And Lewis, as soon as I do another live, I will fix your mod wrench because of where YouTube did its little glitch and he couldn't type in my chat for the longest time. I will fix your mod wrench next time I do a live stream.
Okay. I was trying to post my link in another live stream because that's what we do. Because so people can get us better. And I posted it, and then when I refreshed, it went away. I did that about 20 times, and I was like, what the hell is going on? It was really ticking me off. So I just like, the heck with it. So I don't know what they're doing.
Dang, you beat me to that one, Eli.
You know,
I
you
see
know
that.
what?
I get it back.
Hey,
You got it faster than I did. We're going to talk about this. We're going to talk about this because I'm going to start this off. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a quick break and I'm going to I'm going to have you take over the show, be the host. And then Okay.
between you, Lewis, and Chris, that you guys are going to talk. This is what's been happening a lot lately because 2020 was a year for me to get rid of trolls, to learn how to deal with them, not let them get to me, and do whatever it takes to prevent them from sabotaging my live stream chats, right? So I've made my chat members only chat, meaning that unless you're a moderator, if you're a moderator, you're able to chat for free because I love all of you and I love everybody, but moderators were collaborating, so you're always going to get stuff free. If you're not a member of my chat, the only other way you can actually get a message through is by sending a super chat. And every now and then, I've had people purchase a membership for $4.99, that's my cheapest one, to come in and take one stab at me, and then we ban them, and then they're out of there. And then I say, thank you for your $4.99. Again, like right now, I just got a $2, what is it, European $2? What's that, probably like 10 cents?
Yeah, I think that's I think that's from Europe.
Europe, right? Yeah. That's probably worth like 2 pennies in the US. I'm just kidding. It's probably
right?
It's probably like maybe it's pretty close, or $1.50 or whatever. I don't know what the exchange rate is right now. It doesn't matter. I don't care. It's not a big deal. But like, why in the world would you feel the need to spend $2 European to say, hey, Eli, no one likes you, Eli? Well, I mean, that's your opinion. Obviously, I've got 3 other people that apparently seem to like me because they're on my show. I mean, Lewis Fuller, I like you. I mean, do you like me, bro? I don't want to sound like I'm asking for approval, Lewis, like approval seeking behavior. But Lewis, we're cool, right?
Yeah, you're awesome. My sister likes you, and she's the one she's the one that introduced me to you.
You know what, Lewis? I remember, we got to get her moderated here on this channel so she can chat. You know what? I know I'm subscribed to her channel, but do me a favor, Lewis. Once this show ends and we're done here, can you send me her channel link? And I will go ahead and moderate her so she can chat here for free. I've been so crazy busy, I forgot about that. But Mutt, no one likes me, right? So Mutt, that means you don't like me either, huh?
Yeah, like I told you from day one when I first showed up in here, I'm like a little puppy dog you can't get rid of. I've been here forever, and now I just got a message from someone telling me to tell you happy birthday and some other stuff. But now they're sending me messages, but I'm just ignoring it. Yeah, you know who's trolling us, right? We know who it came from, but we won't acknowledge them.
We know the guy that's still trying to troll me because he's obsessed with me. The bottom line is, look, dude, if you want to send me a super chat to get a few licks in, go right ahead. It's my birthday, dude. Queen Helen Casey's in the house. Look at that, Queen. Queen, gonna give you a big round of applause. Hey, everyone is showing up.
Time before they messaged me, they sent me and left me a message, because they see me here.
Now, let me ask you, Chris, Fireball Studios. Fireball Studios. Yeah. Chris, you're on my panel, and you had me on your panel the other day because you just hate my guts, huh, bro? No one likes me, right? Right, Chris?
I look at it like this. I'm a grown man. I like who I want to. I choose who to be friends with and who not to be friends with. And you're not one of those people that's my enemy.
Oh, like I tell them, Chris, I'm free weighting over 21. I can make my own decisions in who I talk to.
Of course.
So, Queen.
I actually told
Queen is on a mission.
So.
Queen is on a mission
Yes. So here's the thing. It is so much easier to moderate my chats now because I went to members only chat and only the moderators are free. So
Queen's
it's
bringing the hammer.
well, Queen will give him the hammer. Queen will give him the hammer, even if they pay. Here's the thing: if they want to talk smack about me, they're going to have to pay me a super chat, right? Or become a member, and then Queen can ban them, right?
So basically, they're wasting money to take a jab.
Well, it's not even about the money. It's just pathetic that these people would go through such great lengths to try to take one stab at me and even pay money when I've locked them out to the point of where they can't chat for free. It's comical to me. It's absolutely comical. Like, Lewis, you tell me, bro, you've been around the block. You're a moderator on God knows. Remind us, how many channels do you mod, Lewis?
Lewis can tell you about a certain troll in my chat that we've been dealing with for what, Lewis? Almost a year now.
A year. Yeah.
I think we finally got rid of him.
I am a moderator in 40 to 50 live streams a day.
Good Lord.
Yeah. And one of those is, well, it will be mine again once I fix the YouTube glitch that happened.
Do you know what's funny? I gotta do this. I'm gonna move to full screen on you guys, and I'm going to actually put Lewis. I'm gonna put Lewis. How do we do this? There we go. Doesn't Lewis look a little bit like Dennis the Menace? See,
Waldo.
Where's Waldo?
Oh no! Hey, Eli, there's somebody else that I have in mind. You know that's the singer, the lead singer from Journey.
Oh, Chris, I didn't think about that.
Yeah, that's
where he looks like Lewis looks like he's related to him. I swear.
Oh.
What's his name?
Like I'm related to a cable suit kid.
Hey, that's a compliment to say you look like a celebrity.
Oh, thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Where's Waldo is like one of my favorite things to still do. I love doing the Where's Waldo books, and I'm be 43 in January.
Yeah, you know who you're talking about, Chris? You're talking about Steve Perry. He just what happened to Chris?
Chris, where'd Chris go?
There he is. You're back.
Oh,
He's back. I got him back on here. And we got Furious Reactor in backstage, and we're gonna get to you just a little bit, Furious Reactor, Will. But you're talking about Steve Perry. Firewolf.
Yeah, the lead singer from Journey.
Right. He also went solo. He went solo and he sang that song, Should Have Been Gone, knowing how I made you feel, should have been gone. I can't do it. That's Oh Sherry. Remember that? Oh Sherry, I'm in love. I can't. Listen, Steve Perry.
I know it sucks. Full of energy.
Listen. I'm no Steve Perry, okay? I'm no Steve Perry. The guy has an amazing voice that most men and even some women can't hit, right?
Yeah, I've tried. I can hit some high notes, even though I can't sing like I used to. But I got pneumonia real bad, but I can never hit his high notes.
Yeah, Queen Helen Casey in the chat, she's on top of it. She says Steve Perry. She goes, I was on Periscope all day watching live streams. And Queen, do you think that Steve Perry...
I'm even up and going because I didn't go to bed till after 2 o'clock this morning.
Let me ask Queen in the chat. Queen, do you think that Steve Perry is a good-looking guy? Like, Mutt, do you think Steve Perry is a good-looking guy?
Yes. Believe me, yeah. But I got to say, though, he doesn't top my all-time favorite crush. That'd be Shamar Moore.
Oh.
Sorry, I've been in love with Shamar Moore since he played Malcolm Winters on Young and the Restless.
Oh, boy. Mutt, do you think that Steve Perry could easily seduce you with his music if he came to your place and sang to you in person?
Probably not, because I'm more of a country music type of girl. I'm more like Luke Bryan could probably, or Kane Brown, or Luke Combs, or one of them could knock me off my feet type girl.
Yeah, you're like an Alan Jackson fan, like way down yonder at the Chattahoochee. It gets hotter than a
I was
hoochie
never really an
coochie.
Alan Jackson fan. I mean, I like that song, but I like more of when Alan Jackson went a lot, when he did the song for 9/11.
Which one was that?
When the world stopped turning.
Okay. Yeah, no, Alan Jackson is a genius. You know, we laid rubber on the Georgia asphalt. We got a little crazy, but we never got caught.
He's pretty much gone bluegrass now. He was going to switch over to bluegrass music.
Really? Wow. Queen Helen Casey says, yes, he is. So Queen Helen Casey feels that Steve Perry is very attractive. So we have the seal of approval
I'm
now
not saying he's not an
Steve,
attractive person, but it's just his type of music wouldn't knock me off my feet.
Okay. Well, I you know what, Lewis? Lewis and Chris, Firewall Studios. I beg to differ. I think if Steve Perry magically appeared in Mutt's room there and started singing to her, I think her heart would melt.
No, Colt Ford could. Or Big Smo. But Steve Perry, it takes a country music. Country music can knock me off my feet.
Now, Mutt and Chris Firewall Studios and Lewis Fuller and Will, I know you're backstage. We're going to bring you on about 10, 15 minutes after I get back from the break. I'm going to take a break right now real quick. Mutt, I'm going to have you take over. And the reason why, and no disrespect, guys, I'm not favoring the lady. I'm just, the reason why I'm putting her in charge, not because I want to give her the pants to wear. Okay, it's because let me tell you one thing about Mutt, and then I'll share more nice things about each and every one of you as the show goes on. But Mutt, this woman has been absolutely so loyal to this channel. Same with you, Queen. But just speaking about Mutt right now, Mutt has always been here through thick and thin, no matter what's going on. She's been through so much. We'll get to that when I get back. We'll, whatever you want to share. But Mutt, I got to say honestly, Queen Helen Casey says the Mutt Show. Even Queen's paying your props and respect in the chat there, Mutt. But
the Mutt Show with my hammer in the chat.
Right. But I got to say, Mutt. You are an inspiration. You have dealt with so many things out here on YouTube and even off of YouTube in your real life. You've dealt with health issues. You've dealt with breakups. Right. And you've just been through so much. And for you to be so consistent, loyal, and be as positive as you are is an inspiration. Now, Lewis. Would you agree, dude? I mean, honestly, she's an amazing woman.
Yeah. I've been with her for a long time.
Yeah.
And
Lewis knows. He knows some of the troll before the trolls that you had started messing with me. We have one specific auto-tuned. I'm just gonna leave it at that troll that has been messing with me and a bunch of my other friends. Matter of fact, one of them, she lives in California herself. She's in LA County. But but we finally think we got rid of him. And he also was messing with, he was the same one that Tree Trimmer put out that video about where he threatened Tree Trimmer's kids.
Oh, I remember that. Yeah. I seen that.
Believe me, what Tree Trimmer posted, there were a lot of people who say Tree Trimmer
was mad. He was
that troll is that sick and seductive because he kind of, friend of mine, Fooling with Fluffy, was doing a live stream and he made her feel so uncomfortable. she just abruptly ended her live, and that's not like her.
Yeah. And you know what, Mutt? We're going to talk about that when I get back from the break.
Person even leave a message on my chat when I have him blocked?
I don't know. Maybe they came in on a sock account with a duplicate account. You got to understand, a lot of these trolls nowadays are more so duplicating accounts because
He needs to learn to change if he wants to be sneaky, change your font and your name, and then nobody will know who you are. I mean, come on now. You're the only one that uses that funky lettering.
But Mutt, before I hand over the reins, and then I have to go use the little boys' room and refill my coffee. Before I hand over the reins to you, you got to understand YouTube and Google, they've made some changes lately. They're making it harder now to verify accounts. So trolls do not have the option of making as many accounts as they used to. Also, whatever accounts they have left, what they're doing is they're duplicating, channel names that have been banned, right? Or they're duplicating other people's channels because in the live stream chats as of earlier this year, you're not able to go to the channel to verify the channel unless you have what I have, the go to channel extension, and you can still look them up. But most people don't have that, and so these trolls.
They need to make that for mobile.
What's that?
They need to make that go to channel thing for mobile, and I think you have to pay for it to get it on mobile, but you can get it free on desktop.
Yeah, it's limited. And, the actual, I've actually, for a while, was communicating with the channel that runs that. It's the Swap Meets Shop channel. Very nice guys developing it. And I supported him. I became a member of his channel and I sent him a donation. I think he's a great guy and he's come up with a great tool. And see, when people create stuff like that, that's very useful. I can understand why YouTube took it away. But it is something that's necessary, especially if you're running a professional live stream channel and you want to be able to ban the right people and not ban the. Sorry, you want to ban the bad people.
Like me, where I do all my live streams from my phone, but I'd like to pull up my chat maybe on my laptop, but I have a slower laptop, so it lags and it's hard to go, to find these channels and everything, And I was so used to being able to pull my chat up like that. I could hit those three little dots, go check out the channel, make sure they were okay. And then if not, bye-bye.
Hey, real quick, before I take the break here, it shows you how much money you make on your back end. Like that $2 European super chat. They got a high exchange rate, they have a high exchange rate right now, $2.70 US. So that was pretty good. Thank you for the almost $3 to take a stab at me.
I think Canada's like that too. I believe Canada's exchange rate is higher too.
Yeah, our money sucks in the US now. I don't know. It is what it is. But anyway,
because like Patreon. I just got the thing for Patreon that these, how you could have people that pledge $1, that you're only making like 60 cents. Right.
Now, Mutt, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna have you take over the show, and I'm gonna have, you can start off first, and then get to Firewolf, and then get to Lewis. And if I get back, before you're done, then we'll do it together. But what I'd like to hear you folks talk about, and please keep it advertiser friendly. I mean, I don't mind occasional, occasional profanity in the right context won't get you demonetized or removed. But no, listen, look, I love this platform and I want to be able to keep doing this so we can keep working together, right? Just say what you got to say, but folks, we're reasonable people here. Unlike the trolls that are here to
keep it PG.
Yeah. So, Mutt, why don't you start off and then have the other guys one at a time share how has 2020 been for you compared to other years, and what are you looking forward to change in 2021? Share. Hold on. Look, let me go ahead and put you over to full screen, and then I'll be back in about 5 to 10 minutes max. It's all yours, Mutt. Be good. I'll be back.
let's see, where did 2020 go wrong for me this year? Yeah, it went wrong when I couldn't go on vacation. That's what everything tanked. When they started canceling stuff and I knew my vacation was going to be canceled, my 2020 just went from like here, whoosh, in a matter of like second. You know, and then it was like they canceled the event that we would go on vacation to. And that was a family trip because it would be me, my mom, my sister, my brother-in-law, my 2 nieces, and my nephew. And then after that, the next event that I would have been going to, that I would have been live streaming these because I live streamed them last year. That got canceled. The car show I would have been going to, I would have been live streaming, that got canceled. It was just like, I didn't get to live stream any of the, I did get to live stream the 2 fireworks shows in our town this year. Excuse me. You know, and then it's just been, you know, one thing after another. You know, 1 minute we can do this, we can do that. Then the next minute it's back down to our restaurants at 50% capacity. Now it's going back to, it was that we could have 25 people gathered in your home. Now that's back down to 10. Our governor has pretty much said, if you don't need to be out traveling, don't go. So essential, you know, it's Mike, and how can I put this nicely? Most of the cases that are in my town now, and we're over 1,000 cases now, most of them that are in my county are in a gated community that those people, they can't, some of them are there for the rest of their life. It's at our local prison. But how did it even get into there? Because that's the only prison for the 3 lower counties here. So it's somebody coming in from another jail or guards. And it's scary for our family because my niece and my brother-in-law are firefighters, and my brother-in-law drives ambulance, and my niece is EMT and drives ambulance, and they've been exposed a couple times. Thank God they've had no symptoms or anything, but you know, it's still, it's still scary.
It's still very risky.
Yeah.
Because I mean,
and my niece is only 18.
Sucks.
But for only a few weeks, yes. Like my mom just said, for only a few weeks. She'll be 19 on the 15th of next month, which means I'll be 43 10 days after.
Because
I'm not ready to let my little ride or die grow up.
But I know for me, you know, 2020, it was a very, very bad year for me. Like, it started, like, there was one good thing that did happen in 2020 for me, besides all this negative stuff. I got with the woman that I loved really, really much. And that means a lot to me. Like, it does.
We won't go there with, yeah, I know that feeling right now because that, let's just say that tanked about 5 weeks ago.
Yeah. And, you know, and with this, you know, pandemic and everything, like a lot of the plans I had were ruined, like just like your plans were ruined. Yeah,
I know.
Like me and my fiance, we was planning on doing a bunch of things together, like going on, you know, a date night or something, or I was going to take her out to eat and stuff like that, and we could just, you know, go do stuff, you know, and we didn't get to do that like we planned because of this.
It's sad. I mean, you can, you know, and to me, okay, I know it's a good thing to wear the masks, but then again, it's not, because you're also breathing in your own germs and stuff, you know. Yep. So the masks are good in one way and they're bad in another, especially for asthma patients.
Well, I
This
mean,
is
you're
the only thing.
basically
This is the only thing I can wear that does not make me feel like I'm suffocating. Make me feel like I'm suffocating. I can only wear the gaiters. I can't wear anything else. I wear anything else, it makes me feel like I'm suffocating.
yeah. I mean, I mean, that's what I was, trying to point out. When I worked for Starbucks, I pointed it out to my boss. I was like, I understand that you have to wear these masks and we have to wear these masks, but I mean, you do realize the masks are harming us too because you're breathing in carbon monoxide.
Yeah.
Every time you breathe in.
That's why they were saying those masks that they were making with the pacifiers on them, they were telling you, do not put them on your children. Children shouldn't, I don't think children 6 and under should really be wearing masks. And I've seen some people putting them on their child. I can understand if their child has respiratory issues. Now, that's a different story. That's for the child. Yeah, I understand that. But I've seen parents putting these masks on their children that shouldn't be wearing masks because they cannot regulate their breathing. A baby cannot regulate their breathing with that and they're just breathing that carbon dioxide back in.
Yeah, and that's pretty much poisoning your body.
And for a child, their immune systems are going to be wonky anyway until they're of a certain age, And then if you've got, I can understand if you've got health issues, it's good to wear a mask, at any time of the year, really. But, we've got this going on, and then we got the flu season here, and if you look up this virus, it comes back as SARS. SARS comes back as the flu. Flus have strains. So this is just a really bad strain of the flu. And if you already have underlying health issues of any kind, the common cold could kill you.
I mean, of course, that's.
So I can understand. A lot of these people that are getting this already have a lot of them already had underlying health. But to me, I don't think these numbers are really all accurate because since this virus started, you don't hear much about people dying of heart attacks, strokes, any of those kind of health issues. Because a lot of the doctors and all are blaming it on the virus. Because hospitals, and this has been leaked out, hospitals get paid money to report this. That, because they'll get funded more if they report that they have this many cases of the virus.
Yeah.
Just a little. And I know this because it's happened at a local hospital in my state. So not on my side of the bed, but a majorly known hospital in my state.
But yeah, pretty much.
I don't get the flu shot, never had, but I am leery about getting the. If I would know that I would not have any reactions because I have allergic reactions to certain things, yeah, I would get that coronavirus shot. But I don't. I've seen people having reactions to it, and where I have reactions to certain medicines and certain things, I'm going to keep doing what I'm doing. I'm doing fine, other than my asthma and my sinuses. Well,
I mean, what I did hear from, and this is something that I've heard from a few health officials or whatever. They said that, if you have a history of severe allergic reactions, any severe allergies, they don't recommend, taking the vaccine. But, the Pfizer vaccine, they recommended.
You got Pfizer and you got Moderna.
Moderna.
Begins with the M.
Moderna and Johnson & Johnson.
I know Pfizer and Moderna. We've had some cases of that already reach my side of Maryland, and the other side of Maryland, and they've also reached Delaware. So I know Delaware just the Genesis nursing homes just got 70 vials of it, and they were able to within 70 vials. I think they were able to give it to 200 and some workers, and hopefully they'll be getting some to give to the patients, because all of our nursing homes on my side of the bay have had in my county we have 2 nursing homes. They've had cases, and one was actually my brother-in-law's aunt. And I know the other 2 counties near me, all of their nursing homes have had cases as well.
Mm-hmm. The birthday boy's back.
Welcome back.
Go ahead, Chris. Thank you.
But I mean, yes, as far as nursing homes, there was a nursing home about 20 miles. It's about 20 miles to the west of me, and
mine's
like the majority.
Mine's not even 2 miles that way.
Yeah, but the majority of the people in there, there was there was actually a report from that nursing home that 4 of the patients died from it, and 2 staff members. And I'm going to say that my mom, she's a RN, and she's been on the front lines of fighting this virus as well, and it wound up getting her. She wound up getting the virus, but she recovered from it.
Yeah.
Let me get in here real quick, and then we'll get to Lewis. I just want to make one thing very, very clear, that we're just stating our opinions here. We are not authoritative figures of the pandemic. We're just stating, our opinions based on what we've, seen and experienced. And I just want to make it very clear, for YouTube and for everyone else, that, we're here to do the right thing. We're just sharing our thoughts about it. I want to ask one thing, and then we want to get to Lewis and get his thoughts about this. Then I want to bring on Furious Reactor. Will, I know you're waiting patiently. Thank you so much, man. We're going to get to you in about 5 minutes here. We'll bring you on. Queen Helen Casey, I know what she thinks about CNN, and some things the mainstream media says are questionable. But a lot of things, they do get right, and it's all a matter of opinion. We're all entitled to our opinion, right? That's what it is. But CNN and a lot of mainstream media outlets, they use data from Johns Hopkins University. They're getting these numbers.
I am 4 hours from that hospital.
Oh, fantastic! Now, Queen states her opinion about. and lo and behold, if you're watching the chat, yes, Queen, I respect your. I knew it. I knew it was coming too.
I knew it was coming.
It wouldn't be a show without Queen Helen Casey. I got to tell you that. One of these days, she'll come back on the panel. I think Queen knows if she comes on this panel, we may, when we talk with Queen, we may have to talk on a grip on life too, because there may be some things discussed that are questionable, and of course we don't want to put the monetized channel or any monetized channel at risk. But I do respect her opinions. Firewolf Studio says Clinton News Network, LOL. CNN, Clinton News. Whoa, Colin's Trivia just became a member. Colin is back. Oh my God. This is incredible. Now, Colin, hopefully you're here for the right reasons, and you didn't just purchase that to take a stab at me, brother. I have a lot of love for you. You could, if you wanted to take a stab at me, you could do it for $1 and the super chat, much less than $4.99. But thank you so much, Colin. Colin, wow, Colin. I got folks.
That
hang on one
hospital
second.
you were just talking about, Eli.
Yeah.
Here is a beautiful full screen shot of the complex.
Mutt, let me put you full screen. Hang on a second, Mutt.
That's huge.
Let me turn my ring light off.
Let me put you full. Go ahead. You're there.
That is Johns Hopkins University Hospital.
Wow. That's one hell of a complex.
That's right in the middle of Baltimore.
Wow.
It is huge. There's a burn center, shock trauma. They even had Kennedy Kruger Children's Hospital right attached to them. When they have bad accidents here and people need to be medevaced out, that's where they're taken to. They're taken to what we call shock trauma. So
let me ask you this, and I got to bring on Will because he's been waiting patiently. Well, first we got to get Lewis's opinion, but real quick, Mutt, do you feel that Johns Hopkins University, their data is as accurate as possible, and they are honestly trying to get the numbers straight? So, and that's what I think too. That's what I think too. That hospital's been a part of my family's life for a long time. My niece has had to go there. My baby cousin actually passed away there. They tried all they could do for her. She was 15 months old, had leukemia. But I trust that hospital with any information they put out. It's the best. If you need to go for a specialist or you're in a real bad serious accident, it's the best hospital in my state for you to be at. Really? Yes. Well, folks, I got to tell you something. Right now, and this is where the go-to channel extension comes in. That is not the real Collins trivia. Yeah, and I'm still getting crazy messages from that certain person too. Yep, that is not the real Collins trivia. I'll send them to you. I'll send the one to you behind the scenes if you want of what they said. Yeah, you can do that later. Here, this is the funny thing here. Yeah. This is the funny thing here. But I don't think it's true. You know, Collins. Thank you for hiding him, Queen. Thank you for the $4.99 sponsorship. Thank you for the $5. Yeah, because that's not even. That doesn't even look like Collins. It didn't even look like Collins' icon. Yeah, and I mean, it's $5. Thank you to the troll that just donated $5 to the channel and wished me happy birthday. Now, Colin, if that is the real you and you're on a backup account, I don't think your main account is banned here. But if that is the real you, Colin, can you please send me a message on Hangouts and let me know, and I will unblock you. I know and we yesterday Colin told us on the back end that this is around the time that he goes to sleep because of having work. Yeah. So it's just, I mean, look. So today I make $5, $6, $7.70 from people that want to troll me. And look, if you're gonna pay me, to troll me, then that's great. That's great. We'll let you get one stab in, and if we figure out you're a troll before you get your stab in, usually my spam filter catches it and never makes it to the chat anyway, then that's on you. But these people just, I mean, it's just pathetic. Now let me get to Lewis real quick. Let me get your thoughts about 2020, and then I got to bring Will on. He's waiting patiently.
Okay. Well, it started off, it was kind of crappy because everybody started getting sick, and
and you lost your poor little kitty.
Yeah, my poor little Sydney. Let me see if I can show you a picture of him.
Let me go full screen real quick on that, Lewis.
He was gorgeous cat.
That's my beloved Sydney.
Lewis Fuller, you're
Yeah,
not on
it's not
video.
cat.
going really.
Yeah, I miss
There
him.
he is. He's back.
Yeah, I
Going
miss
back
him
and forth between video
dearly.
and not video.
Yeah, I miss him dearly. So, and we thought he had, but we don't know for sure because he just got sick all of a sudden, and he passed away on Good Friday.
Oh man.
And I took 2 weeks off.
Yeah, I was gonna say you took some time off.
Lewis, are you a
Because-
God-loving man?
Yes.
Me too. And I think you knew that from following my shows. And, we love everyone, whether they believe or not. But when, I know most people that I associate with do believe. And again, like I said, if you don't believe, you have your own beliefs, how the world was started, etc. That's on you. But God bless you, man, because I have to say, dude, you're an inspiration as well. Same with you, Chris, Firewolf Studios. But dude, you're a strong guy. You don't let things get to you. Yes, you've dealt through a lot, and you just keep on coming back. Like, how do you do it, man? How do you work through that? Is it because you're a grown up now and you've just realized that sometimes it is what it is, or how do you work through all these things to keep pushing forward as you do every day?
Well, I just, well, I try my best. I try my best. And
Sometimes it's all we
with
can
all
do.
the trolls out there, that they can kiss my behind, because when there's trolls around and they like to troll other people, I like to there's a little game called Whack-A-Troll. I love doing that.
That's right.
He plays that in my chat.
Yep.
Yeah, you know what they used to used to say. I used to run these panels on my former channel, and when I was involved with this crazy drama sphere group, and there's still a few cool people from that group that I would love to associate with. But the bottom line is, if you associate with one or two that are decent, they're a leak back into that drama sphere. So you have to get rid of all of them, including the good people, because it's guilty by association, right?
Yeah.
But there used to be this one guy that would come on my panels and he would say, "Give them the hammer, coach. Give them the hammer, coach." The band hammer. We call it the band hammer, right? "Give them the hammer, coach." He was from, the South or the Midwest, and he had that accent. "Give them the hammer, coach."
Yeah, we do have that little accent sometimes. The little twang.
That's why it was funny. This California boy loves it. And this is so
Country
diverse
twang.
out here on YouTube. I love it. But when this guy would come on and say, "Give them the hammer, coach," slam him, coach, slam him.
Oh, he sounds deep south. He sounds deep south.
Oh yeah, this guy is. He's actually a pretty good guy. This guy, his name was. He used to go by the name Asystole 810. He was just very, very cautious about, not getting doxxed because, he has kids and a family to raise and a lot to lose. And, a lot of people out here, have had their life ruined by trolls when they've done nothing wrong. And the funny thing is that in many cases, people will lose their job. Even if they're working for somebody else, people will lose their job. Even though the job knows that you're not the instigator, it's still a burden on the place of employment to have to deal with all these people from YouTube harassing them because you run a YouTube channel. It's almost like it's not fair. You could be a good person and do YouTube on the side and have a corporate job. And if people find out who you are, where you work, and they harass your work will punish you, even though you did nothing wrong to instigate it and you're doing nothing wrong. Yep. And that's something that
That's with
I
any
really,
that's basically with any social medias nowadays.
yeah.
You got to think. If you've got a 9-to-5 job, you got to be careful with what you're posting on your personal, even your personal social medias, because you never know who's watching your social medias.
I always feel like somebody's watching me, and I have no privacy. Whoa.
I always do have somebody watching me. Her name is Zoe.
Oh, Kiki.
Oh, Mutt, hold on. Keep it there.
Oh, she might not stay here long. She don't like to be held. Lewis to tell you that one.
No.
She's being evil today.
You got Mutt full screen right now. So it's a female cat, estrogen. So Mutt, is there a lot of estrogen in your household?
Yeah, she'll bite me if I'm not careful.
Mutt, is there a lot of estrogen in your household?
The only male cat we had passed away this past summer. So, yeah, it's all females in the house.
Lewis is cracking up, man. Lewis is like, man, that Eli asks a crazy question.
Lewis knows her antics. Lewis knows her antics. That cat is a trip.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right.
But they're all fixed, too.
So, they're fixed, so they can just have
fun.
fun.
That have a good other mind.
Yeah.
Oh.
See, they were all fixed at a young age, so they never even knew what it was to even, you know.
Well, see, the animals don't have sex recreationally like human beings do. So
plus they're indoor cats, they don't go outside, so they're not exposed to any other cat.
Yeah.
Right. Like animals are not like humans. We like intimacy for recreation purposes, and then if we want to have kids, then
now, the cat next door, on the other hand, I think she may be on her 8th, 9th, 10th litter. I'm not sure. She looks like she's pregnant again.
Oh boy! Now guys, I gotta bring Will on. You're back, Fire Wolf. I'm gonna bring Will on, and this is gonna be awesome. I'm really glad to reconnect with him. You guys ready for Will? You ready for Furious Reactor?
Him in so long.
He's on camera. He's ready. Are you ready? All right, we're gonna add him in there, and we're gonna give Will Furious Reactor a big round of applause. Welcome to the show.
Hey guys.
Hey Will, what's up, man?
Yeah, as you can see, Mutt Nuts, that I am now a gaming channel.
You gotten chunky too. Look at you.
Yeah, I'm actually working on that.
What happened to his little baby face he used to have?
Well, that's all this quarantine stuff.
I hear you on that.
Not being able to get out or anything.
Still drinking, right?
My orange vanilla.
Oh.
I actually did a review on that, Eli.
He was the first one to do the review and got me hooked on it.
Oh, cool. I'll have to check it out. And now that I'm starting to get more involved with some of the people from the past after we took care of all the BS. But let's get to Will here. Will, I appreciate you being patient, man. And we got through all this. We now have 4 people on the panel, 5 including me. Oh, okay, Mutt.
Yeah.
But let's start off by because I've already talked about this with Chris, Firewall Studios, and some of the other people. But what was the turning point for you in 2020 regarding these trolls and haters? When did you just say, I had enough? It's just a bunch of crap. It's just not worth it, man. What happened?
Well, actually, Chris was there. It was when Chris actually came and lived with us, and I was just like, you know what? It's not worth it no more. I mean, they're going to do what they want to do and try to ruin your life. So, like, anytime I do streaming now, I just keep gaming and ignore them, and I let my mods take care of it.
Same with me.
Yeah. Yeah, and
if
that's what I've done.
if I don't have any mods in my chat, I'll contact one of my mods that I know behind the scenes and have them quickly come over.
Yeah. And what I'm going to do, just so you know, after the show ends, I'll go ahead and remod you on my channel too. And that way you can chat for free. You don't need to, because, I turned my chat into a members only chat because that does help keep these trolls out. It's not that I want to charge people to chat. Like mods that I collaborate with, people I collaborate with are going to be mods and they're free. No worries. Like you see Queen in the chat there and the rest of you.
Mm-hmm.
But, I had to find a way to just completely eliminate all these people. You know what the sad thing is? Well, I want to ask your opinion on this, is that there are a few decent people, like I mentioned a second ago, in every drama sphere that are good people that I would like to associate with. The problem is when you associate with them, they are the gateway, the entry back into drama. So you have to get rid of people that you like because they're choosing to still associate with those people that were causing havoc, right? What are your thoughts about that, dude?
Exactly.
Did that cross your mind?
It's like it's exactly like an old saying that my grandmother and mom used to say: one rotten apple ruins the whole bunch.
Right.
Mm-hmm. Or one fly in the honey pot ruins the honey.
Yep. That's another good one, Mike. I forgot about that one.
Yeah.
I need to move out of California.
We grew up on all those country sayings like that.
Oh yeah.
I need to move out of California because you folks have too much fun in the South and the Midwest and all that. Like this
we have fun. We have fun out here in the country.
Oh, the good old going mudding, hunting.
There you go. Mudding, hunting.
And let me tell you, when we go mudding, we ain't talking about like a little tiny puddle. We're talking about something that will come up over the engine.
Waist deep.
Yeah.
Yeah. A little bit more than waist deep sometimes.
Oh,
Depends on which vehicle you're in. 4-wheelers are fun to go mudding on.
Yeah, trying to skid across that freaking water.
Oh yeah.
Matter of fact, about a mile, not even a half a mile up the road, we have a mud bog.
Queen is telling me please do because of she's sharing her thoughts about Gavin Newsom. And Gavin Newsom's a pretty interesting cat. I almost have to kind of agree with Queen. I think, look, I'm a slight left liberal, but I think even me, but hear me out. Even I will say I think that Gavin Newsom has become very far left, right? And it's so far left that it's even too left for me, a slight left liberal that is more down the middle, right? So,
I don't know. Our governor's right down the middle. He's not more for one or more for the other. He's right dead down the middle.
Is he a redneck? Like you? Because you have the redneck word of the day. No disrespect. I'm just saying, is he a redneck?
I wouldn't say he is. Because he's from the other side of the bay. He's up from around the DC, Baltimore area. But he's a fun-loving guy, though. Our governor, he is for the little people. He's for he's for all the counties in his state. He's doing his best to keep things open for us, to be able to let us do things. We've not had none of these, like some places have had these strict shutdowns. Our little small mom and pop restaurants have been able to stay open because he's kept them at either 25 or 50% capacity through this whole pandemic.
Yeah. See, our governor has actually went down with the beauty shops and gyms, 1/3 capacity, but with the restaurants and everything, dine-in is closed. Drive-through.
See,
curbs.
The only places we can't dine in right now is actually our McDonald's is still not letting us dine in, and I don't think our Subway is. But all of our other little sit-down restaurants, especially the one right down the street from my house, thank God, because I love that place. If that place was to shut down, I couldn't get any food from there, I'd cry. We've been able to still go in. Oh no, because it's home, and they're called from scratch, and I know the owners very well, and all the food is made from scratch, homemade. Like you just sat down
Yep.
at your grandma's table for Sunday dinner.
Yeah, we got one of those here. I mean, they still do carry out and everything, but everything is made from scratch.
They have carry out, but But if they would even just shut that down, I think I'd cry. I think she would cry because she gets a ton of business since the pandemic hit, and a lot of the other restaurants that we have some that they can't because of the capacity. There's no way for them to do inside dining, and they have nowhere to. And this time of year, most of them restaurants are right on the water, so you don't want to do outside dining. Not when it's 34 degrees outside right now.
Right.
So she's been getting all that business that the other restaurants can't do right now. So she's been raking in the dough. She used to be closed 2 days a week. She actually reopened back up one of those days. But she used to close 2 days a week.
That's really good.
But it's really good food. But this is our governor's last hurrah. He can't run for another term. He's actually run as max terms as he can run. So it's this is kind of be a bittersweet year for us when and next year when they do the reelection, because he's really done good for our state. And he's a 2-time cancer survivor. And he, so he's really got to be careful with this pandemic because his immune system still could be compromised.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. That's why I say I put all my trust in John Hopkins, because if it weren't for John Hopkins, we could have lost our governor.
Wow. Let me, Bill, before you jump in there, let me say one thing real quick, and then we'll give you the floor. I got a notification on my phone yesterday. Now these smartphones that we can't live without are giving us pandemic updates. They're giving us, it's just insane what these things are doing now. But here's the thing. I got a notification that all Bay Area counties, and when I say Bay Area, I know you have yours over there, Mutt, the San Francisco Bay Area. All of our counties in the San Francisco Bay Area are on lockdown as of yesterday.
We don't have certain.
Yeah, I heard about that.
Yeah, well, it's true, man. But here's the thing. Like, you still have to go out and get groceries. You wear your mask. You still can go hiking, wear your mask, and do your things, right?
Yeah,
so
that's what
when they say,
here,
this is what people don't get. When they say lockdown, they're not saying don't leave your house at all, but minimize what you do that's essential. Yeah. And don't do things that
like our governor.
Yeah.
Our governor, he encouraged us to go out, get exercise, walk our trails,
right.
Practice social distancing and all that. But he said to do that. He said, but if you don't have to go, travel out, say 20 miles from your house, just go to a store. Don't do it. I mean, our local grocery store is, like I say, it's right here in town. I mean, so it's easy for me to get to. But if you got to go to the grocery store, you go do what you got to do. Get your stuff done, go back home, But he did encourage us to get out and to get the fresh air and to keep, even if you just walk around your yard,
Yes. Mutt, real quick, let me get in here because I want to get to Will. Let me say this. A lot of people have become more unhealthy during the pandemic outside of the actual virus. Because you're not getting the exercise, people are gaining weight. That makes people even more unhealthy, right? And then if they get
it's not only physical, it's mental as well.
It is. It's mental stress. It's physical stress. It's all of that. People are going insane. And if you happen to catch the virus, this is just my opinion, not a fact, my opinion, and you've gained weight, making yourself unhealthy, and you're going crazy mentally and emotionally, you are putting yourself at more risk if you get that virus in my opinion, from fighting it off, which is why some people could be passing away. That's just my opinion. It is not a fact. I'm just saying
Yeah.
that I think
Stress
people
will kill
have
you.
to. Right. I think people still need to get out and exercise and breathe in the fresh air, but wear your mask, socially distance, and do
Yeah.
do your part, but still live your life.
And
Right.
our local news just did a report about children because of where they're not able to be in person in school. Their mental capacity right now, they are really, a lot of children are slipping in their schooling and and just mentally they're they're not comprehending coping. Why can't I be with my friends? Why can't I go to school and see my teachers? I mean, it's taken a toll mentally on all ages.
It has. Now, Will, what were you going to say, man? Sorry about that, man. Go ahead, and then we'll get to you, Chris.
Oh, it's okay. But yeah, there was another thing that happened. Like all of 2020 has been hectic for me for the first half, because first half of the month or first half of the year, we actually, when I was still living with Chris and Miranda and Chris and them, we lost our. I know you guys remember our cat.
Yeah.
Scar. We lost him due to a red-backed widow.
Wow, poisonous.
He got bit
Very,
by-
very highly poisonous.
That was my favorite one.
He was my favorite too. And he,
Oh.
oh god,
Wow.
he killed both me, Chris, and her. Like he would always come to her right out of the room.
Yeah, and
He was a trip.
if you don't mind if I say something in regards to that, like when we tried to give him, when me and Will tried to give him a bath, like he straight up he was in like he was in septic shock. He went into a shock phase and he bit me.
Wow.
Some like what Will, you remember the orange and white one me and Mom had, Francis?
Yeah, I remember him.
We lost him back this past summer. Yeah. He did the same kind of thing. He kind of went into like a septic shock.
And we couldn't take him to the vet, but we called an emergency. We called an emergency vet hospital line and asked them, what do we do? They said the best thing to do is just try to ease his pain and do what they do.
Yeah.
Was just giving him a little bit of aspirin and he went into sleep.
Yeah, like we pretty much when I was the one that kind of did the putting him down, trying to ease him of his pain. He didn't pass away miserably. I gave him enough of a dose to kind of to help him with his pain, but also help him pass in peace and not hurting.
Yeah.
And
Yeah, because
it took overnight for it to happen, but we got up the next day and the other cat, Snowbell, she was acting irate, and then Will went in there and I went in behind him and there was Scar passed out. Scar was gone.
Francis, he went within a matter of hours after he started.
Yeah, and Chris seen me drop, and he was like, Chris knew he was gone.
Wow.
That's what as soon as I heard Snowbell cutting up like that, I was like, I bet you Scar is gone.
Last picture I have of him, Will.
Oh. I still have a video of Scar. You remember that video I sent you, Chris, of him getting that catnip box?
Oh, yeah. He went nuts over that.
Ours aren't allowed to have it. Catnip is not allowed in our house.
But yeah, but I will say
Mom would not
my
have
2020
Mom would not have a Christmas tree.
The later half of the year, it started getting a little bit better because I got back to working and everything. I'm still working. trying to get back on my feet. And so far, things have been going the right way.
That's good to hear, dude. Let me get in here for 1 second. And yeah, Lewis, feel free to come back on. I'll hear the little bleep on StreamYard, and I'll put you back on, bro. We'd love to have you, man. And we're gonna probably go another 15 to 30 minutes or so, maybe 45 minutes max. I may have to step away for another break because this coffee is running right through me, and I'm already feeling my bladder.
I think this is what's keeping me going right now because
right.
I shouldn't have any energy because after I got off the from your live streams last night, I didn't go to bed till about 2:30 this morning.
Yeah, I was up pretty late.
Let me tell you, I was doing the same thing. I went to bed about 1:30, but then woke up every hour on the hour.
Let's just say it was a good phone call.
Oh, well, let me get here and let me respond to what Will was saying. I've got to say, man, I'm actually pretty proud of you and
I am too, Will.
How far you've come. And this is the first time I'm hearing it because I haven't talked with you in a while. And here's the thing. I never had a problem with you or Chris or anyone else or anyone like this. And there's no need to explain. I totally get it. I knew deep within it was going to take. First of all, I needed to remove myself from all of these just horrific people, man. Like these people live off of drama. They're so insecure. They're so immature. They're so miserable in their own lives. Now, don't get me wrong. We all have our issues. I have mine. Will, you have yours. Chris, you have yours. Mutt, you have yours. Lewis, you have yours. Queen, you have yours. Right. But see, there's a difference between having issues and trying to work through them maturely and being cool about it than projecting all of your stuff onto other people just to try to make yourself feel better and then creating content off of it to an audience that's just like you. So when you have a group of people like that, and there's still a few channels like that through that former drama sphere, that every so often they'll still kind of talk about me or throw out a meme about me or put a short video on me, and you know what? It doesn't even faze me anymore. Or try to
send me a message telling me not to go near you and stuff like that.
Right. Like, look, the jig is up. People don't care about this anymore. But see, it started within me. I had to remove myself. And I had to go cold turkey 4 or 5 months and show to people that I'm strong enough and mature enough to move past this. So that way, the opportunity that we have here today to have this panel is a blessing to me. And again, whether you folks believe in God or not, I still love you. I know most of you do, but to me, it's a blessing to have you, Will, Mutt, you, Chris, and if Lewis is backstage, Lewis, you're not backstage, bro. I'm gonna have to come hunt you down. Get back on here, bro. It's not the same without you, man. I'm gonna whoop your, you know what, dude. I'm just kidding. But see,
he's
like how you
always around somewhere.
Like how you always used to say it, Eli.
Yeah, I used to. Well, see, here's the thing. You know what the funny thing is? Well, we had some fun even with the trolls. Let's not lie. We're guys, right? We're going to have our moments. We're going to talk smack. We're going to talk a little shit at times, right? It happens, right?
Oh, yeah.
But
I had my moments where I'd blow up at them on my channel, but I had to learn how to curb that.
Right, but here's the thing. Yeah. This is the thing that some people don't understand, and I think all of us do now. I had to learn it myself about YouTube. It's different than outside of YouTube. This is different, right? Is the fact that we can have one night of fun, trolling, and maybe saying some things and calling people out, calling them names, and then we can back off, but these people don't stop. They keep coming and coming and coming and coming. So we can't even engage one time for one night of trolling fun or whatever, just for the heck of it, because these people will continue going for days, weeks, months. They'll turn their channel into a hate channel about you. They'll get their audience to come and attack you on other people's live streams. I mean, we went through all of that, man. I said, you know what? I gotta eliminate the whole thing. So that allowed the opportunity for us to be here, in my opinion, where we're at today, in a better place. And I'm not saying that we have to be overly professional or anything. I mean, I think there's a certain level of professionalism that I like to adhere to, and I think you guys do too. We don't have to be
Mhm.
square or boring, but we don't need to focus our time on people that, are never going to help us get ahead, and they won't even allow us to help them get ahead, right? They won't even allow
like some
me
people say,
to help them.
why waste your time on someone who's not going to waste their time on you?
Right. No, I agree with you. But the thing is, Mutt and Will knows this because I genuinely wanted to help Will, and I still do. I still, I've been helping, Chris a little bit out here and there. I care about good people. I know deep within my heart, based on my intuition, who the good people are and who aren't the good people, right?
Mhm.
And you have to also
Mhm.
understand that when I first came on YouTube 4 years ago, this stems back to that MGTOW, men going their own way community. That entire group, I want nothing to do with them. See, Will, Mutt, Chris, Lewis, you all came from the Grove Street community and other aspects, right,
Yeah.
outside of that. And I was trying to get away from that MGTOW group, but what happened? When you guys came in, they came at you. And then they kept playing their game, and I didn't even realize I was feeding into it. And until I stopped feeding into it and going cold turkey and going the other way, it was never going to change. Now, we're looking at the end of 2020, and I want to get your opinion first, Will. Then I want to get your opinion as well, Chris, and then Mutt. And then if Lewis ever shows up, there he is. Lewis, get your you-know-what back out here, bro. It's not the same without you, dude. Come on, dog.
He'll be there and then he'll disappear, and then all of a sudden he comes back. I always
I
know
gotta
when
say-
Lewis is back in my chat because he always leaves a certain heart in my chat when he comes back.
I got to say one thing before you respond, Furious Reactor. Lewis, I used to have a manager back in my younger days when I first started getting promoted through retail to retail management. When I first got promoted to assistant store manager, I was working as a customer service manager for a store manager that had the first name Lewis as well. His name was Lewis. I'm not going to say his last name because people will hunt him down and the trolls will troll him, right? But we were cool, right? Even though he was my boss, we were cool. We would go hang out and have beers, after work and stuff like that. We were cool. But I would call him Lou Ass, Louass, right? Just as a joke. Like my store manager, right?
Sam ass.
And he didn't like that. He didn't. But we're cool, right? So when you're cool with your boss, you can kind of get away with stuff, right? And he was saying, even typically if you were to do that to a boss you don't know, they'll fire you, right? You don't talk that way, right? But we're cool, right? So he instead of him, saying I'm going to fire you or this and that, he would say I'm going to shove my 12 up your what if you don't stop calling me that, right? He had this big ass 12, size 12 wide foot, shoe, and I'm like, and this guy was he's a pretty big dude.
My high school principal. But we just
well,
call
I
him
told you about
Gargamel.
my high school, dean of students, the principal, he's, he was a pretty strict guy. I've shared that story before. I won't share it again now, but let's do this. Let me get to Will here and just hear his, his thoughts about his final thoughts about 2020, and then we'll get to one more round of questions, and then we'll wrap it up within about 15 to 30 minutes or so.
And by the way, my shoe size is 13.
That's a big foot, bro.
I wear a 10.
That's a.
And I wear a 10 in a man's shoe and an 11 to a 12 in a woman's.
That's a big ass foot.
Oh, Lewis.
Hey, God, Lewis. Get your you-know-what back up here, boy.
Lewis, you need to
Yeah, I
have
got big
fiber
feet.
installed in your area, bro. You
But you might like the mask I got for when I wear out.
Yeah, well, you can always. Yeah, well, you can
You
always
can
go
send
back.
that to Christopher, Maryland, please.
Wait, keep it up there, Will, for a second. Wait, keep it up there. Keep it up there for a second. Let's go full on that.
Oh, that's Jack Skeleton.
That's pretty cool, man. That's pretty
Yeah,
awesome.
Yeah, I got two Jack Skellington ones. I got this one,
I've added
and
to my skull collection.
Wow.
And this one too, my
Hang on, let me put that one up there too, man. I didn't know you were going to go another one.
Will and Chris can tell you I have skulls galore all over my house, all over the place. I have pictures and
that one I have right there actually has the one where you can actually insert a filter pad.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Well, you can always go back to using HughesNet if you want to.
Oh, screw you.
Hey, Will, are you on cable now?
Do you know that I was going to try to get them, and they wanted me to pay $300 up front before they would even come out to see if I could even put money.
And all you got, and all you get is 25 down, 3 up.
Are you ridiculous? You're going to come out first to see if it's even viable for me to get it before I'm going to hand you any money.
Yeah.
I may be a country redneck, but I ain't a dumb country redneck.
Oh, that's for damn sure. I don't mess with her.
But yeah, I'll tell you that HughesNet.
Will has seen me on some rants before.
Oh, go ahead, Will. That HughesNet, the latency sucks.
Oh yeah, 1,000 millisecond latency.
That's horrible.
Ugh.
Yeah, I'm on Verizon DSL, and I mean, the only time I have issues is when it rings.
Fiber, 1 millisecond latency. That's great. Go ahead. Sorry, Will.
But yeah, now I've got where I do my gaming. I do have the Spectrum, but we actually got like the high end Spectrum.
You know my issue with them.
Yeah, but that's all I do is, I mean, I can't do the members only, but I'm still trying to work towards the monetization since I haven't been doing YouTube much since I've been working. I mean, I do it when I'm on my days off.
If you hear a strange noise, I have the state police helicopter flying over my house right now. I didn't do it. Y'all are my witnesses.
What'd you do? Now, what did you go and do? Daggone it.
I didn't do it.
Yeah, well, I think my mom and Mutt can get along just fine.
Oh, I don't know if you were there, Eli. Oh my, this was fun. It was wasn't it on my birthday?
Yeah.
My birthday stream.
Yeah.
He was still living in where he used to live before he moved and everything, right around his family. And he didn't know that his mother was right below him in the room below where he was at. And then he said she wasn't going to do anything to him. Next thing he hears is a knock on the door.
And then as soon as I opened the door, smacked me right in the face.
Wow. Oh, is that still up on your channel? Because I got to see that one.
Oh,
man.
I mean, Eli and Will, y'all already seen this, but Mud, I tell you what, I shared a video of my mom. You remember that video of my mom getting on that other woman's case? My mom fighting that other woman?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm telling you what, Mud, if you saw that, I'll tell you what.
This is only a 4-room house, so, you know. She's right there.
I'm scared of my mom. And
I'd be scared of your mom too, man. I saw that video.
I'm more or less
she's
like
a Texas tornado. Look, hold on.
I'm scared of her.
Chris's mom is like a Texas tornado. No doubt about it. Oh yeah, no, I'm not kidding. I'm not kidding. Like I'm a strong dude, and I would fear that woman. I'd stay away. Go ahead.
That's what we call whoop your butt mama here.
Yeah. But
well, that's not exactly the words that we use, but I kept it advertiser friendly.
But yeah,
that's fantastic.
The way that 2020 has been going, I'll tell you. I mean, there has been moments where it's gotten pretty good, but then people had to go and ruin it for other people by being idiotic and stupid, by not following the
Right.
guidelines and everything that the CDC and everybody put out there.
Mhm.
So it just knocked it right back down. We were almost there where it was completely gone. And people had to go and ruin it.
Here. We had flattened the curve here for the longest part, and our governor we were almost in stage 4, everything being back to normal.
Yeah.
And then the freaking prison is our issue right now. And then it's the guards are going home to their families, and then that's spreading it to the
Let me get in here real. Let me get in here real quick, and I'm going to step away and take a break in about 2 minutes, and then I'm going to have you folks go around the panel and answer a question. But you can run the show while I'm gone. But here's the thing, and again, I'm not here to criticize anyone's political views or anything. I'm not here to upset Will, Chris, Mutt, Queen, Lewis, anyone. Yeah. But here's the thing. We're all
entitled to our own opinions.
But here's the thing. Look, whether I'm on the left or the right, this has nothing to do with my political party choice. This has to do with common sense. When you have the commander-in-chief before the election day back in November, going out there and rallying without a mask, having his administration go out there and rally without a mask, have his supporters go out there in the rally without a mask and being next to each other, no social distancing. What do you think is going to happen? Do you not think that was a huge part of what put us back the opposite way when it was going the right way? If you look at what happened after that, most of Trump's administration got COVID. And these guys aren't the youngest guys on the planet. All right? So I'm not going to go any further than that. But what I'm saying is that if you don't think that had a huge part in spreading this thing back the opposite way, then I think you're out of your damn mind. But that's just my opinion.
That's what really scares me, because I'm only about 4.5, 5 hours from DC. So he was supposed to have had a rally not far from, a couple hours from me, right. And there were people from my town. Let's just say there's a huge part of my town that supports his not so nice self. I'm going to be nice. And, they were going to they come back here, and if I come in contact with the said person that may come in contact with somebody that had it, that's why I don't go many places. If me and my mom don't go anywhere with my sister, my brother-in-law, or my niece, or, my nieces or nephew, or to the store, to the bank, our local library, we don't have knob or anything with nobody. We just go do what we got to do, get back home.
Right. Now, Mutt, hang on a second. You can share your opinion in 1 second. Well, Mutt, I'm going to step away for a break, guys. Mutt, go ahead and have Will respond to what he was about to respond to. And then, Mutt, if you can go from Will and then to Chris and then to you, I want you folks to start talking about what are your plans for 2021? How do you feel you're going to change what you want to accomplish by doing whatever it is you're going to do in 2021? Share your thoughts, share your story, and please go into detail. Go into detail. Don't just give it
to detail with a couple of the things, though.
Well, be reasonable within the guidelines, obviously, but I think we can all do that. So, Mutt, I'm going to turn it over to full screen. Let Chris respond. I'm sorry. Let Will respond to what he was about to respond to, and then go ahead and go through the panel and talk about what do you foresee in 2021. What are you going to do to change things and better yourself?
The Mutt Nut Show.
It's the Mutt Nut Show. It's the Mutt Nut Show. All right, we'll be back.
All right.
But yeah, but you're right. I mean, I will say I'm a Trump supporter, but there were things that I've seen that were not right on his part on what he did.
Yeah, there's things that he's done that I'm okay with.
Oh yeah,
It's certain ways that he speaks about certain things and says things about certain. It's just his demeanor of how he says it or puts it across.
Yeah.
I mean,
Because
he's entitled to his own opinion. Everybody's entitled to their own opinion. I understand that, but there's
the
a way
way
to express yourself
yeah,
and with the opinion you want.
yeah, with the way he worded things, it came out so wrong that people took it so literally that people ended back up in the hospital. Like, I know he was joking about the bleach thing.
Yeah, yeah. But
That
that's kind of went with a TikTok kind of like, those TikTok viral those kind of things that teenagers and stuff do,
yeah,
and that really got out of hand.
yeah, and then I was
But
like,
I'm
why
sorry,
did you even go and
the one
say
thing
that?
I don't get, okay, how do you get cured of COVID in less than 3 days? Suppose, he was at Walter Reed. Yes, he was at
And
Walter Reed. I do know that. But yet, there was something wrong with him. I could tell that. But there's no way that he could be that fully cured in the amount of time he said. Because if you watched him walking up that set of steps at the White House, he got very winded, and not winded like an old person gets winded. A person
like
who has
almost
a
immediately.
respiratory problem winded, and I know that because of having asthma. I know what that looks like.
Yeah, I've got it myself.
Yeah, and speaking of TikTok, I remember the most ridiculous challenge that people did. They were doing this lick the toilet seat challenge to see who could get COVID first, and people thought it was a joke, but somebody actually did do that, and they actually caught it.
Yeah,
doing that.
But
and it's like what Queen said in the chat, that the fake news media took it out of context.
I'm so looking forward to the new year though, because I've got a lot of stuff that avenues I want to try and go down.
But yeah,
so I'm hoping the 2021 is going to be good for all of us.
Oh yeah, yeah. Like Queen Helen said about the bleach thing, the fake news media actually took it way out of context and out of proportion.
Yeah.
That's what I hate about these fake news channels. They take things so literally.
And it makes it bad because you'll see things on social media about it, and you're like, is this real or is this fake?
It's fear-monger. They're fear-mongering people.
Yep. I couldn't think of that word.
And see, with me, I plan like my new year. I'm planning on doing a change with my channel. Like it's gonna be a multi-content channel where
I'm already a multi-content channel. That's why I went from reviews to world. If you notice, Chris, I changed it from reviews to world.
Well, what I'm gonna do, it's gonna be like a playlist with reactions, a playlist with gaming videos, a playlist with guitar covers and stuff like that. And and
feel free if you ever want to do a reaction video on my Redneck Word videos. You have my full reign of being able to go do them.
And YouTube, you heard it right here. You heard it right here. She just gave full permission to use her videos. Fair use.
Believe me, because they are. I mean, I think if somebody, I would love to hear somebody else's reaction to them. And I'm not even. I don't know where it is right now. I'm not even. I started at. When did I start them? About middle of the year. And I'm just into the ease. I'm just in the ease. And I still got how many more Tuesdays is left in this month?
There's two more.
Is it 2 Tuesdays? I've got 2 more videos to post for this year. And I'm not sure if I believe they were just coming into the E words.
Yeah. So but see what I'm seeing my 2021. is I'm going to start saving up money more. I'm going to save my money more manageably.
Yeah, I
And
need
actually
to. I
get
need to figure out how to do that one myself.
and then try to work on getting my car and everything. Just getting everything that I need to be on my own.
Well, and like I've said before, and I know you've heard me say this before.
Hey,
I'm all for
WrestleMania,
you,
welcome. I see you're in the chat. Eli has stepped away, and I'm in charge right now.
but like I said, I'm all for you doing that, and when you do accomplish that, I'm happy for you for even trying, because I
Yeah,
know
well, we
how
need to
I
connect
know.
behind the scenes and get get the 411 back going on each other, so we know what's
Yeah.
going on with each other again.
Yeah.
Because I don't know how we lost contact. I really don't.
I think we just got busy. I got busy with working and everything. Like I
Well,
barely had any
I
time
think
to.
I kind of do, but I'm not going to say it here. But it involves something that personally went down with me.
But yeah, another thing too, I'm gonna go back to there was a few weird things that happened in 2020 also, like with without going in too much into detail about it, my fiance is Will's ex-wife.
Things happen.
Okay,
Hey, it does.
whoa. We really do need to connect behind the scenes because okay, I'm totally out of the loop here now. Whoa.
You just went
Yeah,
what?
we need to connect behind the scenes.
That was an instant. What?
I wasn't expecting that one.
It's a shocker. It was a shocker to a lot of people. It was a shocker to a lot of. It was a shocker. Like when it was first announced. When it was first announced, a lot of people were very shocked, just like you were.
I'm shocked. I think I just lost 6 years off my life.
But yeah, things just didn't work out between me and her.
Yeah.
Well, at least everything's still civil. That's the good side.
Yeah.
Believe me, because I'll connect behind the scenes with you about
Hey,
what happened
I'm
to me
back.
5 weeks ago.
I'm back.
Welcome back.
You know what comes to mind? Hold on. You know what comes to mind? An old Alan Jackson song again. She's got the rhythm, and I got the blues. And she showed me how much I had to lose. With her every little step, or breath or step, I can't remember. She's telling me I'm over you. No disrespect. It just made sense.
For 2021, and Chris just threw me a curveball.
Yeah. Hey. Real quick. I want to welcome WrestleMania to the show. He's in the chat. Welcome, Jamie. I know we're not going to be on too much terribly longer. Maybe 15, 30 minutes max. If you want to pop on the StreamYard for 5 or 10 minutes just to say hi and just to kind of catch up real quick, let me know. I'll throw the link in the chat. Actually, I'll send you the link behind the scenes because there's something happening where links are not working in the chat. I'm going to try one more time to actually put it in there. Let me see if that works.
I'm sorry.
You can drive me a drink now, Chris.
Jesus, the link is not working. The link is not
actually
working.
Eli, I think actually there has been an update with YouTube. They're not allowing certain links in the chat no more.
Really?
Oh,
when did you hear that?
I mean, I've tried to put it in my chats before, and it won't let me because remember how they are trying to get rid of certain things that will prevent trolling and harassment? Because since everything's been going on about that being going down, that we can get in some serious legal issues for certain things on YouTube now.
Yeah.
that's probably why they're doing that. Is not allowing that kind of stuff.
Oh,
Well,
okay. I think I got my composure back now.
let me try. I'm
Thanks,
trying
Chris.
something right now. I'm putting my website link in there, and I'm looking to see if it's going to let that go through. And it didn't even let that go through. But the interesting thing is this: is that
Nightbot's posting your links though.
Nightbot is
That's what
able
I've
to
been
share
noticing.
links.
Nightbot's posting your links.
Like,
Well, that
Oh man.
I think Nightbot's allowed to because it's owned by them a little bit, so they share ownership of Nightbot.
yeah, it's like a third party like app or something like that. They've given it permission.
Yeah,
I'll
but
have to look at
it could be like that whole thing that was going on with Lewis. Lewis could come in my chat. He could hear, see everything, but it would not let his messages go through in my chat that I knew he was there. And it took his mod wrench.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on. Google's having a lot of problems lately.
I was going through that, trying to figure that out for almost 2 weeks. So I finally figured that. It finally worked itself out. But yeah.
Now
let me see if I remember what I was going to say before Chris threw me a curveball.
Okay.
Like,
go ahead. Go ahead, Chris.
Like, well, tell everybody about when Google showed up in my chat. And it said Google.
Yeah.
Google.
Oh, the Google moderator?
Yes.
Yes. It was the actual Google moderating team.
Yes.
Because somebody came in.
I remember I told you they did it to Super Steph.
And they did it to one of our guys, Taylor. You remember Taylor, don't you?
Yeah.
Nuts.
Yeah, like literally took it, that Google moderator literally unmodded him and banned him out of my chat. And I tried to unban him. It happened in one of
Tree Trimmers lives too. It happened in one of Tree Trimmers lives. And it happened in one of Jimmy C's lives as well. And all the girl was trying to say, all she said was, "Hi, how are you?" And Google took her out.
Yeah, and all they did was put like a little period in the chat, and it automatically modded them. I was like, I didn't even mod them.
Steph was just trying to tell me something about Shameless, and it hit her.
See, when I tried to unblock Taylor and give him his mod back, I didn't have the option for me to moderate him back and unblock him was shaded out. I couldn't do anything about it.
Now, see, it didn't take Steph's wrench though. When it didn't take her wrench in my chat. It just blocked her, what she said.
Well, see what it was is because he said something pretty vulgar.
Like it was really bad what he said.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, big time! It was, and as soon as I said, Taylor, remove that from the chat because you can get in some serious trouble. Like no sooner than 10 seconds later, bam.
Yep. That's why I'm very careful with my chats. Which my live streams, I'm going back to live streaming and I'm going to try to do it a lot more, but they're just going to be chat while I craft live streams now, basically. Just chit chat and have fun, and while I'm working on whatever craft I'm working on at that point in time.
Yeah, there was
I'm getting
a
into
couple
play and all that stuff. And I may be adding some more stuff to my repertoire of my world in 2021. I want to go maybe with a few more redneck kind of type things. I'm not sure yet. I'm still working the logistics. What else was I planning?
Yeah, and the past few live streams I've done.
I done lost my memory bank up here because Chris threw me that curveball.
But yeah, the past few live streams I've done doing gaming, I had to take them off because because I went back through them, and there's some words that were pretty bad that I had to take them off my channel.
Oh, I know what it was. I do want to try to start doing some live streams where I do bring people up on panel like this, in the new year. I just haven't gone down the avenue of what if it's just going to be a chit chat panel or if it's going to have a topic or, you know, I'm still
Well,
working out the logistics.
Well, I mean, and with me, you know, like I said, you know, what I was telling y'all about making my channel a multi-content channel and stuff like that, and you know, the other main thing is, you know, there's a few things that you know that I've talked to Eli about that I'm gonna be working on this next year to make, you know, to make my life a lot better and a lot better for my
Yeah,
fiance
I'm
as
actually,
well.
there's kind
And
of an avenue I'm going down with that as well, which as soon as the live stream's over, yeah, I'll be talking to
but
that person.
I know good things are coming in 2021 for me and her, and you know, and I mean, I know that, I mean, this next month I'm going through a process of trying to get a, you know, title for my car, which I don't want to get into too much detail on that on here, but
No,
um
yeah, that's a process in its own self.
yeah, yeah,
Well, there's a
and
lot more
I've
behind
seen,
it.
I've had family go down that avenue. That can be a tricky avenue.
yeah, and I'm pretty much, there's one thing I can say about it, that I'm having to go through a judge to get it.
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I've had family have to do that as well. I know. Yeah, I kind of get where you're going with that, and that can be a tricky, sticky situation.
Well, the good thing is the county attorney's with me on that to convince the judge to give me a title.
That's a good thing. That's a good thing.
I mean,
it's always
he's
good to
all,
have
At least
the
it's looking in your favor. That's a good thing.
yeah,
yeah. As
he's,
long as the county attorney is on your side,
Yeah,
oh
that's
yeah,
you're good.
good.
he's in my lane 100% on that. 100%.
I
Oh
hope
yeah.
it works out for you, Chris.
Um,
But yeah, so that's
But
my avenue I'm going down this in 2021, hopefully. And I'm shooting to hopefully have my watch hours by the middle of the year, if not or sooner.
I had to start over on mine. Mine started over, like completely over. I had almost 2,000 watch hours.
Will, you know how close I was back in September of
You were
last
like
year.
at 30. You were at 3,500.
well,
And let's just say, I disappeared that same time frame. That's kind of the avenue that led me to where I am, and where I've only got like 1,700 watch hours right now because I missed my deadline and it reset.
yeah, that's what I was.
I lost a ton of hours.
I'm basically back down to 16 hours. That's how much I lost.
Wow.
Let's just say that issue that caused me to stop live streaming is no longer in my life as of 5 weeks ago.
But hey, as long as you got that part of your life out there, from here on point, the only way to go is up.
Right.
Yeah, like the phone with the person I had the phone call with last night. He's all behind me, supporting me for doing my YouTube, because he asked me if he actually texted me like a few minutes ago, are you going live? I'm like, I'll text you when I'm done the panel I'm on. So he wanted to know if I was going live.
Real quick, let me just jump in
He's
here for
actually
a
now a
second.
moderator. He's actually a
Go ahead,
moderator in my chat now, in my live stream.
Yeah, let me
Go
just jump
ahead,
in here for
Eli.
Just so people don't think he's a troll.
yeah. Let me
Eli,
jump in here,
I
and then
wanted
we're
to
gonna
turn
go.
the
We're gonna.
tables on you.
I love panel shows.
I know they're fun.
Let me jump in here for a second, and then we're going to go around one more time. We're going to wrap things up. Just want to mention something that I'm noticing, and I got to figure this out and tweak it out later. This has happened a few times in the past. There may be some freezing happening on the stream. I am getting, it happens rarely, but every so often it does when I have a lot of people on the panel saying encoding overloaded, consider turning down video settings or using the faster encoding preset on my OBS. So you may be getting some jittery type of video, but you can hear the audio. My apologies for that, folks. I'll get it fixed by the time we do a panel the next time.
I haven't even been paying attention to the chat because I know Queen's there to moderate that. I've been looking up.
But let's just do this. Let's go around one more time, and then we're going to wrap things up, and then go and enjoy this beautiful, Friday night down by the river on a Friday night. Pyramid of cans in the pale moonlight, talking about cars and dreaming about women. Never had a plan, just living for the minute, right? Way down yonder
down on the
at the Chattahoochee, right? It gets hotter than a hoochie coochie. Hoochie coochie.
What's the one? Fishing in the dark. I can't remember. Talking about having muddy water in your veins. Yeah, I got muddy water in my veins.
Okay.
Kristen, Will knows what I'm talking about. It's a country thing.
Yeah.
Boondocks. Yeah, that's what it is. Boondocks.
The Boondocks. That's where you're at. But let's do this.
In the Boondocks.
Yeah. Let's go around one more time. Before I get to that, I just want to mention one thing about the Google Moderator. I have seen the Google Moderator in a few others chats over the last month and a half or 2 months. And some creators have shown screenshots of the Google Moderator doing things. I think they're beginning to more so crack down and try to make the streams, not only more advertiser friendly, but also they're trying to really protect people from being harassed and attacked and trolled, and they've realized that. WrestleMania says, you all have a wonderful night, everyone. Maybe I will join you next time if I am not working again that day at Elias, Melas, Coach Eli. That was my YouTube Premium account.
WrestleMania.
Thank you so much for being here.
Jamie,
WrestleMania. Much love, much appreciation. Let's just do this. Let's go around one last time. We're going to start off with Mutt, then get to Will, and then wrap up with Chris. So going into 2021, Mutt, if there's one thing above everything else that you are going to focus most of your energy on, what is that, and what do you hope to accomplish out of that? What's the one thing? I know there are a lot of things, but one thing.
There's more than one, but most important one would be just focusing on getting these watch hours and trying my hardest to get back, because Will can tell you I used to do 2 or 3 live streams a day.
If not, maybe 4.
Yeah, I would literally push myself and I'd be live every day. And then a certain thing happened. We won't go there, but anyway. So hopefully I could get myself, I'm going to wait till the new year to do that, get myself back on a go live every day schedule again. I got my new planner my mom got me for Christmas, so I can keep it all jotted down, because Will can tell you I kept track of my hours and how many live hours I was getting and everything. I have a whole plan, and then you can look in that planner and you can see where that stops. And then that's when my channel kind of tanked out, but I'm bringing it slowly back. But there's a couple other things I'm focusing on too that I'm just going to keep quiet right now.
Okay, sorry about that. I was just testing out to see what's going on to YouTube. There is a lot of encoder lag, and I got to figure out how to fix that for the future. So my apologies, folks. This is not going to be the highest quality video show, but you'll be able to hear it, and that's that. Okay. Okay, Mutt. So basically, you're going to focus more on maybe scaling back a little bit, only doing shows that make sense, shows that are going to be more productive and get you further ahead. Maybe
I have
doing
noticed that I have been getting some I did have a like good turnout in my one chat the other day, and I forget what I was even doing in that chat. I know my one where I had the paint everywhere. I got like 16, almost 16, 17 hours for that live stream. Everybody, and I think that people are still going back and watching that one. I do know I do have somebody that goes back and sits there and watches my live streams back. Like, okay, you don't have to watch my other content videos. I mean, but yeah, so I'm gonna go with that route. I think people like that. I have the chat aspect, but yeah, I'm doing something as well. And carrying on, we can talk about anything, pretty much as long as it's friendly,
Yeah.
Oops,
I
I had
see
my
your point
mic
on that
muted.
one too.
Go ahead.
You sure will.
Well,
But yeah, what I'm going to mostly focus on is, I'm going to kind of conjoin it a little bit. I'm going to still continue working at my job, earn the money that I need. I might put that towards my new car, and then also keep back some for actual equipment. Like that way, I can actually do like video capturing instead of just streaming straight through my PlayStation. Because that way, I can actually manage my chat a little bit better.
The only professional equipment I need to get is I need either a new vlogging camera and a new laptop. That's down the road.
But then also,
that's two other things I'm focusing on for 2021.
And also maybe getting my own place. That way I can have my own studio.
Normally you don't. Normally the way when I'm set up, you don't see the wall and everything. Most people have asked me, "Am I filming in a professional studio?" Because they think my videos are like I've gone to YouTube and the YouTube places and sat down and filmed my videos. I'm like, no, I film in about a 5 foot by 7 foot space in the corner in my bedroom. You've seen my space, Will.
Yeah.
I'm on the opposite side. I'm on the opposite side of the room now. I'm on the back side of the room. Oh yeah, I still have my OCD about moving my room around.
Because see, Eli, I've already worked on getting like a good light fixture to help like with the lighting. Because what I use for my camera when I stream is a PlayStation camera, but I got one of these, a light bar.
This is my vlogging camera. I'm actually, because for some reason I can't. We found today the mic in this is shot, but I have a nice Rode video mic that sits here on my ring light that I hook up when I'm filming or live streaming. I love that microphone. This is my best friend. This gets guarded.
And see, what I also like a lot, like about the light bar that I have, it's like whatever mood I want it to be like in my room.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, folks, I'm back. I think I fixed my encoder issue. The stream should be.
I have two of these.
Let me tell you what happens here real quick. This is the interesting thing. When you get updates on OBS, they add other features, and I'll tell you how I just fixed this. Yeah, well, what I did was I went into my output settings, and they've added a latency feature to the actual output
Mhm.
of your encoder, whether it's your video card or if you're using X264. And by default, when I upgraded to the newest version, which I held off for a while, it put it to ultra low latency, and I changed it to normal.
Oh.
And it just automatically fixed it here on the fly. So now in the chat, if you're watching Queen and everybody else, my apologies.
Yeah, I can see a difference now that I looked at, because a few minutes ago when I looked down, it was a little choppy, and now
It's
it's
been
back
choppy.
to normal.
Yeah, it's been choppy for most of it's not my system. See, that's the thing. Like now I've got this is one of the
It's
best
not
streams I feel.
It's the it's like a software conflict.
Yeah, they're always updating. That's right, Queen. That this is probably one of the better streams I've done in a while, and most of it's going to be like, video is going to be a little bit choppy and stuff because of that ultra low latency setting. But anyway, so what about you, Chris? What about you? Is he there?
Here.
So what about you? Going into 2021, what is the one thing over everything else you're going to focus on? I'm not saying you're not going to focus on anything else, but what is your top priority, and how are you going to go about it?
Well, my top priority to focus on this next year is how to make my life and my fiance's life a lot better for this next year, and how I'm gonna pretty much go about it is I'm gonna try to get more financially stable on my end, and I'm planning on doing that, and and also, like I said, getting my car situation straightened out. That way we can have reliable transportation and stuff to get her to her appointments and stuff like that. That's my main goal for this next year.
Okay. So, and I was just making sure the video was smooth, but I heard everything you said. No, it sounds like you all have some great goals, and you're all heading down the right path. I know I've been in a similar situation. Let me just share mine real quick, if you folks don't mind.
Go ahead.
And don't come back at me and say it's your show, you can do whatever you want, because that's what people used to say, like, it's your show, you can do whatever you want.
I gave you all some inaccurate information. It was May that I stopped live streaming because of that person.
You know what, Mutt? Earlier when I was on the break, I heard you say, well, I'm in charge now. It's like, okay. So I was thinking to myself, she thinks she's wearing the pants on my channel.
I was messing with WrestleMania. I was messing with WrestleMania when he came in.
Yeah.
I'm here now. I'm second in command.
Okay. Whatever you think, whatever floats your boat. No, I'm messing with you. But let me share my thoughts. The one thing I'm going to focus on more over anything else, and this is just in regards to my YouTube channel, my business, and this and that, is collaboration. Collaboration is the most important thing to me. Working with other people, meeting some new people, working with existing good people that I know, like you folks, like you, Will, like you, Chris, Mutt, Queen, WrestleMania, who was here earlier, Lewis Fuller, and then we've got Alex the Beer Master and Kelvin Clymer, DC the Purple Diva, and many other moderators that are still a part of this channel that made the cut from all the cringy, crazy drama, right? And and some people just didn't want to stick around. I will mention one person that didn't stick around, even though things were heading in the right direction, and maybe she'll come around one day. I don't know if you folks remember Rhonda Grace. Rhonda Grace, about a month and a half ago.
Yeah.
A month ago or so.
What happened with her?
Well, this is what happened. I didn't even realize that she had sent me a Facebook message, just telling me that she had to leave my channel because she started getting trolled by my trolls, and
yeah,
she got
and she used to always comment on my videos, and she hasn't commented on my videos in a while.
Well, here's the thing, Mutt, is that she got upset at the fact that people were duplicating her account, and she was blaming me for it because I kept feeding into the trolls. And I didn't respond to her because when somebody, doesn't, I love her to death. Don't get me wrong. She's not a bad person. But when somebody just doesn't understand how the court of public opinion works out here on YouTube and how some people are, and no matter what you say or do, they're gonna try to, for example, take me out and try to prevent me from becoming successful by attacking the people that I care about the most. That's what trolls do. They attack the people that you care about the most. And it's up to these people.
Like they did that to me. Remember, they cloned me in Queen's chat, and you all thought it was me at first. I didn't get mad. We just handled it, and we went on about our business.
Correct. And this is the thing. Again, like I said, I think Rhonda's an amazing person, and I care about it. I had to remove her wrench. I don't think I banned her from the channel, but I had to remove her wrench because somebody's going to react that way and not understand that, hey, I've removed myself from all of this, and occasionally I might have mentioned something for example purposes, but I was not feeding into the trolls or anything like that.
No.
And again,
that's something what as an example is not feeding in. No.
But see, the point I'm trying to make is this: some people, and a lot of people, react to it the way Rhonda did. They just don't want to deal with any drama, whether your intentions of stopping drama are pure or not. Like my intentions were never to be a part of any drama or to continue feeding into it. Okay. But it's still going to happen. And no matter how much you ignore it or work through it, it's going to happen to all YouTubers. And if you as a YouTuber don't understand that and have some tolerance for it and just ignore it and block these people and move on, then it's going to be much more difficult
nowadays.
Yeah, it's going to be much more difficult for you to move your channel forward and get it, on the right track. So, and Rhonda did mention that she said that she didn't want me to mention the message. I didn't mention what she said in the message, but I'm saying people are wondering, Rhonda, what happened, and people want to know. And in a polite way, I'm just mentioning. What
like
happened.
My grandmama used to say, they're the type of people that wear their heart on their sleeve.
Right.
And can easily get triggered.
Right. And some people, again, like I said, some people have a lot less tolerance for things than others. I'm not saying that that Rhonda, I'm not saying anything bad about Rhonda. I'm just saying that in general, if you're going to be a public figure, if you're going to come out here on YouTube and you're going to put your real name out there, show your face, run a channel, especially run it as a business, people are always going to come at you. And if you don't have thick skin, it's just not going to work. And that's what I basically chopped this up to. I'm not saying that Rhonda's not a strong person. I'm just saying that, I think it takes a very, very strong person to be a creator out here, to collaborate with other creators.
Yeah.
You gotta learn to deal with it and have some tolerance for it.
She may need to take that step back and reevaluate and see if she can handle it. If not, this YouTube's not the place for her.
Well, and again, I think she's got great content, and I think she's a good person. It's just like you said, some people are able to tolerate it, and some people are not. Now, I'm not saying that she's not capable of tolerating it. Anybody is. They just have to come to that on their own. They have to come to terms with, hey, it is what it is. Eli didn't intentionally tell his trolls to go and create a duplicate account of mine and to go around trolling. Like, people just do that, Rhonda. And if you're watching this, you got to understand.
They've done that to me in my chat. They actually cloned a family member from my YouTube. From my Facebook, and I know because I know that's where the profile came. And they actually tried to clone my ex.
Mm-hmm.
And when they came in, I knew that weren't him because I was actually on the phone with him at the time, so I knew it weren't him. I knew he was, So, but I'm like, nice try. Try again. Have a nice day.
So I got to the point where, and this is where I'm heading in 2021. I'm going to collaborate with people that have learned to understand how YouTube works, how being a public figure works, how the court of public opinion works, and have a tolerance for it and have thick skin. Like if you don't have thick skin, and I feel that, you cannot handle some criticism at least, or a lot of criticism, then I'm going to be less prone to want to work with you because all it's going to do is just, cause issues. I don't want to be a part of your channel anymore. Like you kept talking about your trolls and they attacked me, so I can't have anything to do with you anymore. I mean, that's to me, in all honesty,
they came at me, and I'm still here.
To me,
it's just how you handle things.
Well, here's the thing. Again, and I'm not saying this about Rhonda, I'm saying this in general. A lot of people came at me from the past in the same way that Rhonda did. And what I think it is, and I'm not saying this about you, Rhonda, I'm not saying it in general, I think it's a very childish and immature way of handling the situation.
Mm-hmm.
Because your trolls attack me, I don't want anything to do with you. I'm leaving. Before I became a part of your channel, I never got trolled. Well, becoming a part of my channel gave you more exposure that you want to grow, right? The more exposure you get, the more you grow, the more these people are going to come. They're going to come at you. It happens to everyone. If you can't handle that, then, like Mutt said, this is probably not the right place.
Yeah.
And if you want to run your YouTube, I can't
go ahead.
Like you said,
Let's go one.
Okay,
let me just finish my thoughts, and then I'll get your opinions before we wrap this up. Again, like I said, thick skin is a must to be on YouTube. Now, unless Rhonda or other people just want to run their YouTube channel as a hobby, and they just want to do it occasionally as a secondary or third thing, then that's fine. The people I'm looking to work with are people that are serious about being a YouTuber and getting monetized if they're not monetized, and turning it into a business. I want to help people that want to grow and make something out of this, right? Like, Will, tell me you don't want to make money. You want to make money doing this, but you want to enjoy what you do, right?
Exactly.
Right?
Yeah, you're right.
Will knows I'm in that same. He knows me. I've been trying for 2 years now, almost.
You're all going to get there. You're all going to get there. Chris and I will help you both get monetized. If you guys work with us and we stick together and we keep growing with the right people, all of you will get monetized early on in 2021.
Excuse me.
I am working on a live stream that I want to do with a collaboration with someone, but I may have to have them on Hangouts or Facebook time because they don't have StreamYards, for me to be able to do it, so y'all can hear them. But people want to know how I got my nickname. And there's one YouTuber on here. He goes by CJ the DJ Raw TV. He could tell you how I got my nickname because he was there when I got my nickname.
But I mean, with me, having the, experience of like earning as far as like working towards monetization, which I did successfully. I took, Will even saw me work my butt off. I worked my butt off vigorously, and like getting monetized, it's not something that you can get overnight. It's something that you have to really work for. You gotta get people. See, that's one thing I've learned too. It's engagement. If you get engagement, like getting people to watch your content and give them a reason to watch your content, and get them. Like getting them interested.
Back in the day when I was doing live streams, I was getting 20, 30 people in my live streams. Mm-hmm. And then I just let something derail me, and it's just I let things get in the way.
Yeah, because even Eli saw where I did a video talking about that on like how to get people to come to your streams and how to, properly set up your videos and and things to do, with like things to do like when you're on your channel or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
I might
Like
start
when you're
talking about
creating
Would
a
You Rather.
channel or when you're starting a channel.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I have a video for that, so.
Yes.
Yeah, I may
and
start
let me.
doing my Would You Rathers again as well. People used to like when I played Would You Rather. And I have the one called the Kind of Clean Party Edition.
Well, let me get in here for 1 second and respond to what Queen's saying in the chat, and then we'll work through the rest of the panel, and then we'll wrap this up. Queen says YouTube takes 30% of it through super chats. Yes. Now here's the thing. I watched another channel. I think you watch it too, Mutt. Maybe you, Will, and Chris watch it as well. Think Media. Okay. I love the Think.
I love Sean Cannell.
Sean Cannell's a great
I
guy,
love him
and Benji
Heather
Travis,
Torres.
and Heather Torres too.
Benji,
they have a huge
Heather,
team.
Yeah.
But here's the thing: they did.
Because, as a matter of fact, I took one of their classes not too long ago that they offer for free on
the
Facebook.
Free class. Yeah,
I learned a lot of good information.
They do a lot of that. Now, here's what I wanted to say about them, and I agree with them on this. It's regarding what Queen just mentioned: YouTube taking 30% of super chats. Yes, YouTube takes 30% of memberships, super chats, and super stickers, which is Google. It's Google AdSense. Google owns YouTube. Same thing. YouTube, Google, same thing. They take 30%.
Like them taking tax out of you when you go to the grocery store.
Well,
or when you actually have a real job.
Yes.
Yeah, there you go.
Here's the thing. This is what Think Media, Sean Cannell said, and I've always agreed. I don't have a problem with the 30%. I'll tell you why. Number one, Twitch takes 50%. Twitch, if you stream on Twitch, they take 50%.
Patreon
right?
takes a certain percentage too.
Right.
I gotta get my Patreon going again.
Now, granted, here's the thing. If you use like PayPal and other, like what do you call it, Cash App and stuff, they take around 2 to 3%, right? Which is a lot less, right? But here's the thing: the convenience factor of people being able to super chat without doxing themselves anonymously is better to me than getting no donation at all. I would rather get $100 donation where I get $70 through the YouTube Google system than not get a donation at all. Now, if I were to get that through PayPal, I'd get about $97 of it, right? But if it's
like
between
me on
people,
Patreon, I'd get $1 membership and I'd get 60 cents of it. Out of $1. It's still 60 cents is still 60 cents to me. It adds up. Well,
Patreon, you have to add your PayPal, plus they take their own fees. I think it's about 10% there.
My Patreon goes to my Cash App.
Okay.
You can have it go to your Cash App. You can have it go to your bank account.
Sure. They take, I believe, I haven't had any patrons on my Patreon in a while. I used to. I believe it was about 10% between PayPal
when I was
fees
having
and
to go to my
Patreon.
PayPal, when I was having to go to my PayPal and I was getting $1, Patreon took their percentage, and then by the time it got to my PayPal, when I was able to cash out, if I had like $2 or $3, I'd only wind up getting like $1.70 something, I think it was, and I could have about $2. So yeah, that's why I switched it to go to my Cash App.
Okay.
Because of the PayPal fees.
What I want to just say is that, I understand it seems like a large amount, and maybe it is, but at the same time, you got to understand this. I'm able to live stream in high quality 1080p for free on this platform. They're not charging me for the enormous amount of bandwidth I use, for the server space that I use for my high quality videos. They're basically saying, hey, we're going to give this to you. In turn, we're going to take 30% of the super chats. I think it's a fair thing. Another thing, monetization. When you have ad revenue coming in, YouTube and Google take 45% and they give you 55%. That, to me, I think is fair.
Just like if you were going to sell something at a consignment shop, you get a percentage, and the person you're selling it for you gets a percentage. it's only fair, you know. Because like you said, they're hosting your content for pretty much free. You know, you're not paying any storage fee for your content or anything. So they have to recoup money back somehow to pay for that equipment to run the program.
So let me share this here. I'm looking at my stats here on OBS. I've been streaming, and we're going to wrap it up in a few. I've been streaming for almost 3 hours, 2 hours and 54 minutes at 1080p, 30 frames per second, at 20 megabits per second, which is basically 3 times higher than they recommend because I want better quality, right? It also tells me here how much data have I streamed out. So how large is this almost 3 hour high quality 1080p file? It's 25.3 gigabytes. So while we've been live on the air, I've streamed through YouTube's server almost 26 gigabytes of space that is going to be saved and then processed into a replay. And then there are going to be different versions of the file for different quality, depending on people's, device and internet connection and all of that. So what they're doing, the amount of money it costs them to even allow us to do this is astronomical. And for what they share with us, I think is more than fair. Now, granted, would I rather get, 80 or 90% of my super chats? Who wouldn't want all the money? But honestly, if you're a reasonable person and you had to set this type of video platform on your own, number one, none of us could afford it, right? There's no way in hell we could afford this, right? Right?
I'm
2 billion people.
Joke, so.
Do you know what it takes? Do you realize what it takes to stream high quality video globally to 2 billion people per month? You're looking at having data centers in every area that cost you a ton of money.
500 hours uploaded every minute.
Every minute.
I believe they said it's like 500. Every minute there's 500 hours of video uploaded.
Yes. Mm-hmm. Every minute on YouTube there's 500 hours of videos uploaded. Mm-hmm.
You think of how much is uploaded in an hour. That's just astronomical that the system even handles it.
Right. So again, I'm not taking anything away from what Queen said or anyone else. A lot of people will, I don't want to say complain, even though that's what it kind of is. A lot of people will state their opinion that, Google and YouTube are a monopoly and they're taking too much money. I'm like, if they didn't take that amount of money, there's no way they'd be able to run this. They gotta make money to keep the doors open, the servers running, the technicians fixing the issues, right? Like this.
Yeah.
YouTube, Google is a beast enough. YouTube is the biggest beast out of any website in the history of websites. Mm-hmm. Like, you have no idea what it takes to manage this platform. And all I hear, and I'm not getting on you, Queen. I love you like a sister. All I hear are people complaining about Google this, YouTube this, Google this, YouTube this, and they're not appreciative for what they have. Now, let's go around one last time. And in a minute or two each, share your final thoughts, maybe regarding that or anything else. Let's start with you real quick. Then we'll get to you, Will, and then Chris, and then we're going to wrap things up.
I'm just looking forward to the new year. There's a lot of things that I'm looking forward to, take my channel in a new direction, possibly add new things. And, I'm kind of liking the way I'm doing my live streams now. I am going to, I just got to work the logistics about setting certain days for certain things. Mm-hmm. But I do want to do panel streams and all. And, but a lot of people, I'm getting a good response back from these chat while I craft streams. Cause it's just fun. We can sit there chit chat about whatever we want while I'm doing what I love doing, And that's what I love. I love doing my YouTube. Even if I was to never get monetized, say that wasn't in the cards, I just say that I love videos. I've always loved making videos. I've always loved, editing my videos and, posting them. So if I could get paid for something I love doing, it's all the better.
Mutt, before we get to Will,
I'm a broke Maryland little redneck.
Okay, now hang on a second, Mutt. Let me respond to you, and then we'll get to Will. I'll respond to him, and then we'll get to Chris, and then we'll wrap things up after that. Mutt, here's the thing. I've always told you, whenever you're ready, I'd love to work much closer with you. Have you had fun on this panel tonight?
Oh, yeah.
Do you enjoy doing this, right? Okay. Now,
I just gotta get myself back in the swing of things.
Well, I can help you with that.
I gotta get my head back in the game. I gotta get back in my groove, because Will can tell you I was a live stream machine.
Hold on a second. It's not about quantity; it's more about quality, right? So, so the goal on YouTube
I had good
first.
Live streams back then. I was having good live streams back then and stuff, and it just I let people get in my head, and it was,
I get it.
Yeah.
Now, Mutt, here's the thing. You went the route of quantity over quality. I'm not saying that your streams weren't good, but you went the route of quantity, and you burned yourself out. Right now, what if we were to say,
not
okay,
really, because back then I was having to do it through Hangouts, so I was only able to do my live streams for like so long, and then I had to restart a live stream. So that's why there was always 3-4 of them a day.
Well, Hangouts would allow you to stream for 8 hours. They used to allow you 8 hours. Now you can stream for like 12 plus hours. It's insane the amount you can stream on YouTube. It's ridiculous. But anyway, so what I'm trying to say is this.
But we can't use Hangouts like that anymore. I used to love going on Hangouts because you could just bring people right into Hangouts.
It was easy.
StreamYard.
It was easy because
easier doing Hangouts.
It was integrated through the Google platform, and who knows, maybe they'll bring something back like that someday. I don't know. I think they got rid of it because it was too easy for people to get on a platform and to raise havoc.
I pray to the YouTube gods.
Okay, but Mike, hold on a second. Hold on. Let me. I know you're excited, but let me respond here so we can I can get my point across. I think in the new year, if we focus on panels like this between your channel, Will's, Chris's, Lewis Fuller's, DC the Purple Diva, and some other people, and we meet more good people along the way, you're going to spread the love that way. It's about, getting yourself out there, getting more exposure, right? We focus not on quantity, but on quality, right? So the goal is going to be to do less streams of better quality. And once the quality gets better, we get more traction, then we can ramp up the amount of streams and videos we do because now we've got the audience, and now we're not only doing a lot of streams, we're getting a lot of traction, and the quality's better, right? You understand? If you I'm not saying your quality wasn't good. I'm just saying that when people start out and you go the quantity route and you're not focusing on the quality of your videos and your message, then that's going to burn you out and you're not going to get the results. So in 2021, that's what I want to work on with you. I think this is a great start here today. Let me get to Will.
Mine, I think, was more, it wasn't as much I got burnt out. It was I let a certain someone get in my head and derailed my train.
Well, we all
my crazy train got derailed.
You know what?
I got to get my crazy train back on the tracks.
I get it. We've all been through things like that. And sometimes, we have to step away, take a break, and then we come back, right? The same thing happened to myself, Will, Chris. I think every YouTuber goes through it at one point or another. But let me get to Will.
A lot of people liked my craziness in my live streams because I used to have some off the wall stuff come out of my mouth.
Okay. Well, let me get to Will, and yeah. Any of your final thoughts, bro, or anything else you wanna throw on out there? It's been nice having you on the show, bro. I got to say, it's really great to see that you're doing well, man.
I'm glad to be back on here. Give me a second. But
I'm glad to have my friends back.
Yeah, but what I really need to work on is quality as well. I mean, it's hard to do streams when you only have limited equipment and limited bandwidth, but you gotta work like what Nick Nimmons says. You gotta work with what you have at the time and
Correct.
work your way up.
Look how I've worked up, Chris. And well, you both know where I came from. Hardly my I didn't even have background, and my original video quality was crap.
Uh-huh.
And look at where I'm at now.
Yeah, and you remember mine. I was always off the phone.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think you're always in the kitchen. If I'm not mistaken, you're always in the kitchen.
Yes. That's all. That was my spot. But now that I'm actually going to be I'm working again, and I'm going to be able to get better equipment, so that way I can actually bring better quality.
Any more the hot chocolates, the chocolate with the peppers in it?
I can't do hot stuff no more.
Yeah. You know what?
My last
do that.
Yeah, the last spicy challenge I did almost put me in the hospital.
Wow. Yeah. Take care of yourself. Will, I got to jump in there and respond to what you've said so far. I got to be honest. I'm very proud of you. Let me tell you why I'm very proud of you. And again, I take no credit for this. I'm just going to share with people. You and I, we talked earlier on in the year, late last year, right? About a lot of the things that you changed. Now, listen, I'm not here to toot my own horn or anything like that. I legitimately, genuinely care about people, and I would never, ever advise someone or try to help someone in a way that's going to hurt them or break something up. I'm proud of you realizing what you need to do for yourself. Now, some people, and this is just my opinion, some people may look at that as selfish. The truth of the matter is, before you can take care of someone else, you got to take care of yourself. You got to handle your own stuff. And I think you came to a realization that, okay, I needed to move forward and do some things differently in my life. And look at the position I'm in now. Now I've got a better internet connection. I'm working. I'm rebuilding myself. I'm still a young enough guy to the point of where I have time to do it. And then when I get myself there, then it's going to be amazing, right? Does that make sense to you, bro? Like.
Oh yeah, exactly. You're right. Because it takes that. I will say it takes that swift kick in the what to get you in motion to go down that road. Because it does. Most of the time you don't want to go down that road because you're just too scared because you feel like you've been down there. You don't want to repeat the same.
It's like
mistakes.
a rabbit hole. You don't want to go down the rabbit hole like in Alice in Wonderland. You feel like you're falling and falling and falling, and you're never going to reach the bottom.
Right.
Yep. Pretty much.
There are two things, and this is what I try to help men understand. I had to learn to understand this myself. Number one, you can't be codependent on a woman for survival. And number two, you first have to be able to take care of yourself before you can take care of a woman or anyone else. And this is with no disrespect to you.
That could be, the roles could be reversed there too, Eli.
I agree. You're right. But what I'm saying is that
I see that. I see that on both sides.
Yes, but let me. I don't want to get off track. This is important because I've always cared about Will and Chris and you. But I worked with these guys. We talked so much. We invested so much time into each other between our channels and getting to know each other. And to see 6 months, 9 months later, to see such a big shift, to me, it makes me feel what I'm doing is worth it. These are the moments here that I look forward to. And it's not about hold on. It's not about, and it's not even about the money. Like for people like you, the moderators and people that I work with out here, I work with collaborators free of charge. I will help people out as long as they're able to help me in different ways. We promote each other, right? I don't expect your money, right? So this is not about money. This is about helping people understand the way the modern world is so you can have the best possible shot of having the life that you want, right? That's all it is. That's all it is. And are you much, like, real
Yeah.
honestly, are you much happier right now? Do you feel less of a load on you? Do you feel like just
Oh yeah.
like free?
To a point, like, I mean, there's still things that I need to, like, I'm not out on my own exactly, but I'm working on that.
That's fine. That
So
you don't have to be. Go ahead.
But I feel like that there has been a load taken off of me, like, and I feel like more like what I'm supposed to be doing.
I
Your
feel the same thing for me. Yeah.
Your
My
purpose.
purpose.
Amen, dude. I knew you were going to say that. Hold on, Will. Give me a second. That's the biggest thing right there. Like, that was the turning point in my life a long time ago when I realized that women are not my purpose. Because if you make a woman your purpose as a man, eventually she's not going to be able to respect you and trust you. Your purpose is defined on how you see yourself and what you make out of yourself, independent of anyone else, woman, man, whatever, friends, family. You define your purpose within. Dude, I'm having a moment. I'm proud, dude. But go ahead, because we gotta get to Chris here in a second.
Yeah, I feel it. You had that. Like,
Our little Will is
yeah.
Our little Will is grown up.
Here, give me a second because I have to step outside.
Okay. Should we get to Chris?
Yeah, go ahead and get Chris, and I'll be back when I let you know.
Is Chris there?
Chris, Firewolf Studios. Last but not least, dude. And I'm proud of you too, bro. I'm proud of how things have changed, and you've got a lot ahead of you. You're going to be up against a lot, and you are making it happen. And by the way, you don't have to talk about this publicly, but you got my I sent you something a little bit earlier. I'm sure you got that. You don't have to say what it is publicly. We don't need to talk about it, but you did receive something I sent you.
Yeah, I seen it.
Beautiful. No, you don't need to say anything further about it publicly regarding that. But what about you? What are your final thoughts going into 2021? If there's one thing that you want to focus on more than anything, what is your most important thing right now to you that you want to, move forward towards in 2021?
Well, the main thing that I'm wanting to work on is, due to the current situation that, that I'm in, and you know what that is.
Sure.
I'm working on the financial end as far as me.
Mm-hmm.
And that's one of the main things that I'm looking forward to getting into, and I feel like I am going to be, successful at doing that. It's just going to take a little time to work things out and to get stuff going. And also, with my car situation, I want to get that taken care of because it's not going to only be for my benefit. It's going to be for, my fiance's benefit as well because, with her being paralyzed, with her being paralyzed, I have to make sure she gets to her appointment.
Yeah.
And another thing too, as far as my channel goes, okay.
Sorry.
It's all right.
Yeah, Chris. Will.
I had to step outside because and the reason why I'm not on camera is I'm doing something that can be kind of advertiser friendly.
Absolutely. I get it.
It's still an addiction. It's an addiction I still have. I have to have my nicotine.
Amen. Go ahead.
We had to talk about that one, mister.
It's all good. He'll figure it out. It's not a problem. Go ahead, Firewolf.
But another thing, like with my channel, as far as the plans for my channel goes for this next year, I'm planning on making my channel a multi-content channel where I want to, you might get this concept like I'm wanting to do different varieties of content that I can do very well.
Mhm.
And I'm going to separate that content by playlist. And I'm trying to make my channel to where anybody is welcome to come to my channel and see what they want to find to watch. Like
That's what I've done.
that's what I'm doing. And pretty much, but it's just to see the main thing that I'm focused on is, like off of YouTube stuff, like getting the financial end on can't talk, the financial end for, the household here as far as my end, getting my car situation fixed. And those are the two main things that I am looking forward to getting done this next year.
Yeah, that's that weight that you want to get lifted off. Yeah.
Right. That's beautiful. And here, let me respond to what Chris said. Like, I'm proud of you too, man, because I know what you're up against. I know exactly what you're up against, and I know you're a good guy, and you're gonna give it your best. My only thing is that and I'm not going to share any of the private stuff that we've talked about behind the scenes. But what I will say is that like what Will said, like your purpose is the most important thing to you as a man, and the thing that makes a man feel like a man is his purpose. A man is defined by his purpose. Nowadays, women are empowered. They're kind of defined by it too, but more so, this is more of a masculine thing, right?
Yeah.
And this is what's attractive to women about a man, even more than his looks and his money, is his purpose. What defines you? What makes you you as an individual outside of everyone else, including your girlfriend or wife or fiance or friends or family? What makes you you, right?
Mm-hmm.
And when you get to that point and you realize what your purpose is and you focus, at least half your time on your purpose, then when it comes time to being there for your fiance or other people, it's going to be more respected and appreciated because you're first of all happy within yourself because you've taken care of yourself first, and now you're in a great place to take care of somebody else. And so, I want to help you and Will as well. We should do more panels. I'm telling you, folks, if we stick together, don't let the trolls and haters get us, and do streams like this, maybe once or twice a week. I may actually do a
live stream on my channel here in a little bit.
Sure. Well,
I've got
here's
the
the
energy
thing.
now.
Right, but here's the thing.
I may put it as a panel stream.
Amen. Here's the thing, Mutt, and everyone else, is that if we stay consistent, eventually we're going to get somewhere. Within a month or 2 or 3, you, Mutt, and you will be monetized. We just have to stay consistent and not get derailed by people that are probably going to come at us. I'm going to tell you right now it's going to happen. And I'm going to completely ignore it. And I hope you guys, people are going to talk about this stream. They're going to talk smack about it, right? And all I'm going to do is ignore it and move on. I still have people coming at me. I still have people, right?
Yeah, I got people right now. Doing it.
All the stupid comments they were sending me earlier, I've just blocked them on my chat. That's all I did.
That's what I just did. I seen that comment on one of my videos, and I went in YouTube Studio and just hit them.
Yep, and you know why they're doing it? They're doing it because they're doing it.
I know who both of them are. So,
God, Mutt has she's a powerhouse when she's on a panel.
I'll tell you, them comments are cute and funny. Them comments are so cute and funny. I'll tell you that.
I know, like They just sent me something about, did you like our email? I'm like, what? I'm just like, whatever. Bye.
Yeah, these are people that don't want to see me be successful, and they don't want to. It's not that even maybe they don't want to see any of us be successful, but they're more so really coming at me, and they see us working together again, and they don't like the fact that we move past them. We just keep moving
What
forward,
they do,
ignore
they try
them.
to use us as an avenue to get to you.
Right, that's all it is. And now let me get to Will. Will, go ahead and finish up your thoughts, and then I'm gonna basically shut down the StreamYard, and then I'm gonna go about 5 minutes just myself and the audience to wrap up. But go ahead, Will.
I basically said all I've said.
Okay. Beautiful. All right. With that being said, Mutt, I want to thank you.
I'm actually going to do a live stream, and I probably will do it through StreamYard. So y'all want to come on, you can.
Excellent. Go ahead and make and share it out. And yes, I should be around a little bit.
You need to connect with me again. Facebook, wherever. You need to connect with me. I still need the 411 on that bombshell that Chris dropped.
Give me those digits, Will. Give me those digits, right?
Get the deets.
She wants your digits, brother.
Well, I mean, we're still able to stick around right here for a little bit.
Yeah.
And then we can talk about it.
Oh, yeah. I was going to set up, go ahead and switch my phones out and set up the StreamYard so I can get the link to everybody.
Okay, cool. So, Mutt, I want to thank you. I'm going to start wrapping this up. We're at 3 hours and 20 minutes. So one of the longest streams I've done in a while. So, Mutt, thank you for being here. Will, Furious Reactor Gaming, thank you for being here, man. Appreciate you, dude.
Hey,
and
it's no problem, man.
Yeah.
And it's like I've always said that, hey, it's a new year. It's just getting ready to be the start of a new year, so a new me.
Absolutely. Dude, I love that. Thank you so much. And Chris, Fireball Studios, thank you for being here. Guys, thank you for being mature. I mean, I'm so thrilled what happened here today. Thank you to Lewis Fuller. Thank you to Queen Helen Casey for being here. Lewis Fuller's on the panel. Queen's in the chat. Queen says these clowns are nobody. Thank you to WrestleMania, Jamie, for being here.
I knew she was going to say something like that.
Right. So with that being said, I'm going to go ahead and put you all backstage. You all could leave when you want. Say goodbye, everyone. Say bye-bye. And I'm going to wrap it up on my own here. Bye.
Bye-bye. See you guys.
All right. Let's go back to full screen. I also want to test and see if this is working normal now because I had to tweak a few settings in my OBS. It looks like it's a little bit smoother. I want to pause for a second and just make sure that everything's coming through in sync. So I'm going to mute. Sorry, not. Give me a second. All right. Yeah, very smooth. Okay. This is interesting. Now, if you're just tuning in or, if you somehow watch this replay and just go right to the end, there was an update to OBS and I didn't realize that I had to change a setting in my rendering encoder that is used to, render and encode live streaming video to YouTube. And it was on ultra low latency and it needed to be on normal because it's by default in the past, there was no option for that on the older version of OBS and it was normal by default. So I switched that to normal in the middle of the stream about 45 minutes ago and it stopped all the jitter and everything. So, so for parts of this stream, I know the video quality was terrible. The audio was good. I mean, the video quality wasn't bad. It was just kind of stuttering and freezing. But that was a setting that I didn't even know existed in the new version of OBS. And now it should be fine for the future. All right, folks. So I'm 47 years old. I'm 47 years old. And another year gone by. Like I mentioned in my stream that I did yesterday, I did a brief stream yesterday. It's another year of learning things. It's always a learning experience. You know, every year of my life, that's how I look at my birthday. It's a point in time every year that you can look back and reflect on. Like I said, when you're younger, your birthdays mean more. I said this yesterday on my stream. If you missed it, check it out. And when you get older, maybe your birthday is just another year and it's not that big of a deal. And I understand that. I get it. You know, I'm happy with it myself, but you know, I don't need people to throw me a big birthday bash to feel happy on my birthday or to feel happy about myself. But I do appreciate my birthday for the fact that I can use it as a reference point and say, hey, what happened the previous year and what can I do to make this next year a better year until my next birthday? So by the time I'm 48, hopefully, hopefully I become an even better person than I feel I've already become, and learned so much this year through my experiences out here on YouTube. I've just made such a big change in learning how to deal with people on a public social media platform that I know going into 2021 and between now and my next birthday, you're going to see some amazing things happen here. And if you stick around on this channel, folks, I'm going to help you folks honestly and genuinely get to where you want to get to and accomplish whatever it is that your heart desires. With that being said, I want to thank you all once again for being here. I already mentioned everyone. Have yourselves a great, great, great night and great weekend. I may be back tomorrow or over the weekend for a stream. I'm not quite sure what's going on, but just keep it locked here. Subscribe, bang the bell, select all notifications, like, share. You know the drill. We're out. Take care. Bye. Bye.